Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Monday, Mega Money Mondays. Here we go. Good morning. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. Y'all had a great weekend. Everybody had a good weekend. Everybody good. Everybody happy. Good day. Monday morning. Let's go. All right, all right. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, you know what to do. Let's blow up that like button. Let's go, 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 baby. Oh, man. This morning, the ES at the 91s. Overnight, not really doing much, kind of bouncing between the 80 and 91 level. So we'll see what happens today. We had a big rally on Friday. Will we give back some of that profit from Friday? Will the market want to pull back here? We got a couple levels to think about today. A couple levels to think about here. On the ES right now, we've got the 3,963 pivot down there below us right now as support. And then above us, the 4,015 level as resistance. So we got... we're pretty much right. We're pretty much right in the middle between those two pivot points right now. Two pivot points right in the middle. So you can see here on the ES, the 15-minute chart, we're just sitting right there in the middle. And if we go over here, the 3-minute chart, we got the MACD looking bearish. We pushed up there to the 4,000s, and right now pulling back, we're at the 90s. So looking like at open, if we start to sell off here, test that 80 area again, below the 80s, I think that 63 area would be touched. And then possibly down there to that, possibly get down to like the 3,940s after that. There's a pivot below the pivot below the 63s down there at the 36s. So decent decent amount of support, kind of like right now with that VWAP. We got the VWAP right now on the ES at the 88. So VWAP for the ES right now at the 88s, and then the VWAP on the NASDAQ right now sitting at the 11,679. So we're sitting right there at the VWAP pretty much for the NASDAQ and for the ES. So I think if we break below the VWAP here, we'll start to sell and try to test that overnight low here at open. So we'll see how she goes. I went and watched the Eddie Aikau yesterday. It's right by my house. I can literally see the waves from my house. So went and checked it out. It was total madness. Thousands of people just everywhere. Crazy people everywhere. But it's fun to check it out. So like I said, here on the bigger time frames, that 80 area we're gonna have to focus on. If we can hold that 80 area here at open, it kind of creates support there, obviously, and we'd be looking for possible bounce if we can hold 80 there at open. But right now that looks like that. I'm thinking that 80 area wants to get touched here, and then the problem is once we get below 80, there's just not much going on until about 50 in terms of support. Like this was just a big old move up on Friday from that 50 area up there to the 70, 80s. So below that 80 area, I think there's a pretty quick drop down. Get down there 50, 60 level after the 80s if we can't hold 80 support there. And then above us right now, that 4,000 area. So kind of an interesting scenario because we got that 4,000 level here. We get that push over 4,000, then I think we could possibly move up here to the 40s or higher. There's a pivot point at the 42s. There's a pivot point at the 15s. So 15 area kind of being right in this line here. So 15s would be right there. And then after that, kind of that 42 area in terms of resistance here. So we kind of know this 15 area is previous area of support could turn into resistance there. That was the move on Wednesday of last week, that big sell-off that we had or last week. So Just kind of sitting back here and gonna be waiting and watching for the market to open here in about 8 minutes. 8 minutes till the market opens. Will we find the support? Will we find the support here? Or will we start to sell, sell, sell? Right now, that 4,000 area acting as a resistance here at open as well. So pretty much just kind of wait to see what happens here at open. If we hold that VWAP right now, holding the VWAP on the ES, holding the VWAP on the NASDAQ. If we get below that VWAP, well, then I think it's a different, well, not a different game, but it leads us to believe that we can start selling off there and get that move down to the 80s. So there we go. We got 1,000 people watching. We got 187 likes. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, blow it up. Let's go. Also, big news today as well. Top Step is offering a 30% discount today and today alone. So if you guys want to check it out, there's a link there in the chat box and start trading with Top Step. You can actually sign up for it and not even start right away, but they're only offering 30% for today alone. It's back to work on Monday here, and here we are. Top Step 30% off. Check it out, link in the chat box. So there it is. All right. Right now the market trying to hold here at the 90s. We got that 80 EMA on the 3-minute chart here. We're sitting right there at the 13 EMA on the 2,000 tick chart. And we'll find out what happens here at open with these VWAPs. The VWAP on the NASDAQ, VWAP on the ES, trying to be support, trying to hold up here. Will we hold up? Will it hold up? On the book map right now, holding there at the 90s. Dun, 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 dun. Get some music up in here. And we got about 6 minutes here till the market opens. 6 minutes till the market opens. Market right now pushing back up off of that 90 level. And thinking we're going to test. We're going to test either that 4,000 level here at open. Or we're going to test that 80 level here at open. So that right now is the game plan. Right now, squeezing up here 96s. Looks like 4,000 on the book map sitting there. 4,000 on the book map right there. See if we get above that 4,000 level or we get stuck here at open. Let's go. Right now, holding there at the 21 EMA on the 15-minute chart there. That's obviously bullish. And now starting to squeeze back up 96s already. Squeezing back up there. We got that 4,000 area in sight. 4,000 in sight. Well, let's see what happens here at open. Right now, market just breaking out to the upside here. Will they squeeze this through 4,000 at open? Pretty big move back up there. 3 little handles pointing straight up right now. Boner candle. We got about 4 minutes till the market opens. Will they hold it here? The energy drink, it's like supposed to be like a nootropic, like trying to get my brain working right. I don't know. I don't know if it works or not. Who knows? It makes me excited, that's for sure. It gets me pumped up. If you guys haven't hit that like button to get 400 likes here on the stream before the market opens, let's go. Market's squeezing up here. Let's see what happens at open. John Carter. Yes. No. Who else got their? No, who else got their prize? I don't know. I will make sure today, John Carter, that you get your prize, my friend. Don't you worry. I don't even know what you're talking about in terms of other people getting their prize first. So I'll make sure. And here we go. Market is now open for business. 9:30. Ding, 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 ding. Let's go. All right, watching to see what happens here at the 4,000 level. Will we start to sell back down here? Will we break through that resistance there at the 4,000s? Right now, the market pulling back here. We got that VWAP at the 80s, 85 on the VWAP. So needing to hold that 85 area, needing to hold that 80 area for sure. But right now, dipping down here, 92s again. And looking if we continue to sell through here, 91s, got that 90 area there, trying to hold up support. So watching to see what happens here at open now. We start to sell through that 90 or get down there, touch that 80s. So watching 90s here, watch 90s. That 90 support needing to hold, or I think we see 80s quickly. This is similar to the move on Friday, getting that big sell-off just at open, just dumping. So get through the 80, get through that 90 down there to the 80s. Now down there 89s. Trying to hold here at the 90s, that first candle of the day. Will we hold that opening range, or do we sell through here? 88's coming up. Right now on the book map, we got the 85, 86 level there for liquidity. And watching to see if we break through 88s, get down there 85s. through the 86s now. Still looking for this 85 area to break through if we're gonna break it. And testing 87s right here, just trying to get through that 85 level. There's support there at the 85s on the book map right now. So held there at the 85s. There's the liquidity standing there. We're below the we're below the VWAP right now. 89 being the VWAP. Will the VWAP turn into some support here? Get back above the VWAP. The NASDAQ holding the VWAP there. Try to squeeze back up now. Just kind of interested to see how this plays out here. If they turn that VWAP into support here at the 90s. The battle is real. The battle is real here. Just kind of watching to see if we get back over like 94s here. But even then, running over 94s would still be like right there at that resistance. So overall, still kind of just bearish here, waiting for something either really bullish to happen or, I don't know, just kind of waiting here. So this is a weird choppy area right here. Pretty much between that 90 and 4,000 level is going to be kind of, I feel like, choppy area. So we got to be careful here. Got to be careful. And now back below 90s again, just kind of waiting and watching here. Something crazy. I don't, not crazy, but I want something to look good setup wise. On the chart right now, you can see we're just basically chopping around here. I would love to see that 80 area get touched, get that 80 area touched, and then we can start to see kind of if we get a bounce there. Right now, we're just in that middle area between that 90 and 80 right now. We know that support's down there at the 80s, so no real rush here. And they're squeezing it back up there. See if they get over that 94s here. Watching that 94 level for that squeeze back up. Trying to push through 94s there. Back to the 95s now. We got that next resistance there at the 98s. So over 98s, I definitely think we would push through 4,000s. Just depends on how much strength the market has here. If they're going to try to push it all the way through 98s. We're above the VWAP again. The ES definitely looking a little laggy to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ squeezed up already over the high from that overnight move or that morning move. So kind of a fake out there on the NASDAQ. But just watching to see kind of if we get this thing to break out. We need to get over that 96 level now. Still just chopping around here. And back down there to the 90s. The NASDAQ and the ES is really choppy here on that first 15-minute candle. Will they hold here again in the 90s? Test that 90 level here again. I would basically think that if we get over that 96 level here, we squeeze up. So let's see right now, getting stuck there, 92s. The pivot, there's a, not a pivot, there's a 13 EMA there on the 2000 tick chart getting stuck at right now. Still holding 90s. Kind of looking to see if we get this breakout over 96s next. We held 90 now 3 times. They tested 90 3 times. We haven't had to test the upside yet. Like I said, the ES kind of lagging here. The NASDAQ already broke over the high from that pre-market move at the 720s. So kind of leading me to think that if the NASDAQ can start ramping up here some more, take the ES with it. No real move yet, still just chopping here at open. That first 15-minute candle looking super choppy here. The VWAP at the 89s right now. So the VWAP right there. We're bouncing around the VWAP here. That 3-minute chart just going sideways. I think we're about to get something to happen here, either up or down. Looks like this candle might be the breakout candle. The NASDAQ squeezing up right now. The ES sitting here. The NASDAQ, I think if the NASDAQ can make a new high over that 740s, they'll take the ES with it. Getting real tight right there. Real tight right there. And trying to squeeze through that 96s next here. We can push up there 4,000s. Got 98s on the book map right now, sitting there looking at us saying, hey, come and play with us. Come and play with us at the 98s. We're the 98s, baby. It's got to go if it's got to go right here, right now. The bulls need to push, push, push. Trouble at the 96s again. The ES lagging, like I said, the NASDAQ pushing straight up right now. 15-minute candle breaking out above the highs from the overnight already. So will the ES want to break out here? Normally the NASDAQ and the ES break out together, but the ES lagging right here, not wanting to push. The SPY having some trouble here at open. Sitting there right now, 397 area resistance on the SPY right now. The problem is if the NASDAQ starts to dump here, it'll take the ES right down with it. We got some economic data coming out at 10 a.m. this morning. 10 a.m. Data coming out. Looking for a possible squeeze. I'd like to get that push over 4,000s here. Just squeeze it right up over 4,000 would be just a beautiful move here. They're trying to squeeze it here. Will they go? The battle is real. They might just be waiting till these numbers come out, 10 a.m. possibly. Like I said, the NASDAQ is going straight up right now. 741 on the NASDAQ. So it already broke over the highs from that pre-market move. You would think that the ES would want to follow here and try to break over 4,000. Currently long, looking for the squeeze up over the 4,000s. On the book map right now, that 4,000 level sitting there. If we just get over that 4,000 level, squeeze up there to the 03s or higher. Trying to squeeze right now, 98s pushing. Can we go all the way through the 4,000s? And tapping that 98s there. Like I said, the NASDAQ going straight up right now, 746 pushing on the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ squeezing straight up here. I'm really surprised the ES hasn't already moved up there. The ES lagging right now. Got everything lining up right now for this breakout. We got the MACD trying to cross here. We got this break already above that 98. So I thought we would have pushed through the 4,000s already, but they're making us wait, possibly wait till that 10 a.m. numbers. But I would love to see just go right through 4,000s here. Get through that 4,000 level. And here we go, once again, testing 98s. Will 4,000s finally break through? Yeah, there's very small data point coming out at 10 a.m. US leading index. It's only a 1 star in terms of bully or actual volatility here. So I don't think that number is going to be that big of a deal. Trying to break through 4,000s here. Do we break it all the way through 4,000? Come on, baby. And looking for a 4,000 break. Get through the 4,000s here. Ooh. Tapping fours. We almost broke it. I think we did break it for a second there. The high, 4,050. 4,050, trying to get through there. And getting stuck right now at that 4,000 level. I'll take full, like literally 403 here, I think. Or maybe, yeah. No, I'm not going to be too greedy for this break over 4,000, but let's just get it. right through that 4,000 level. Beautiful, getting filled there. Up there to the O2s now. Beautiful. There's the O3 push. Thank you. Patrick Wieland in the house, everybody. If you haven't already hit that like button, we'll be here all day. Up there to the O4s now. I got in when we broke back above the 94s here. We broke over this 94 candle. We talked about it right there, getting that break over 94s. And there's that squeeze up there, O5s now. Let's go. Up there to the 06s now. We got that pivot point on the ES up at the 15s. Pivot point on the ES at the 15s next. Doug, let's go. In at 94. In at 94. All right. So the market pushing up there to the 06s now. And will we keep pushing the ES, the NASDAQ? Like I said, that NASDAQ was just going straight up. It wanted to break the ES to the upside as well. So beautiful move here on the ES following the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ pushed right up there to that 780 pivot point. The ES here trying to continue squeezing up there. That next pivot point, the 4015 on the ES here. Is there more room to run on the book map right now? We can see that 4010 area. So over 4010, try to push up there to that pivot point at the 15s here on the ES. And we'll keep this party going. Let's go. There's that breakout on the 3-minute chart. This is, I mean, exactly what we're always looking for. These breakouts back to the upside there. I mean, you could have waited even for this breakout here over the 98s and got that move up there above the 4,000s. But there it is. That breakout right there over the 94s is what we are targeting. And there's that ramp back up. Ramp, I would not even back up. Ramp up. There's a ramp up there. So right now, just kind of waiting to see what happens. We got that high so far at the 06s here. And then possible, we got that pivot point on the ES at the 15s, 4015. We got the pivot point on the SPY at the 398. So if this can get moving here, try to push up there that pivot point on the SPY at the 398.50 area. And then the ES, try to push up there 15s. And we can get this party go. Now trying to push over the high again, the 06s. On the book map right now, that 10 level sitting there. We'll see if they'll test that 10 level next. All the way up here to the 10s. On the day right now, we're up $3,000, $2,988 live here. Let's go. The NASDAQ pushing through the pivot now up there, almost 800s. Like I said, the NASDAQ breaks over that 740 area. Look at it now, almost to 800. So that's a 60-point move there on the NASDAQ if you're trading the NASDAQ right now. So I told you guys. I told you. Look at this thing still going up there to the 10s on the book map right now, that 10 area. And then after that, the 15s on the ES. Still pushing up there to the 10s now. Why would you do anything but what I'm doing right now? Just making money, baby. Let's go. I mean, I'm not sure I'd want to be buying at the 12s right now or the 10s, but If you guys missed out on this move earlier, you had plenty of opportunity, even on that pullback for that break over the 4,000. So that was everything we are looking for and more. The SPY up there to the 398.49 is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful here. It's still going. 11/12s. That next area of resistance coming up. We identified that pre-market. So if you guys don't know where that next area of resistance is, you're not trading. You're not doing it. You're not doing it right. You're doing something wrong. Look at this thing. I could have, you know, I could have held that thing longer. Oh man. I gotta start, I'm telling you guys, I gotta just start holding for the pivots no matter what. It's like, just hold for those fucking pivots, Patrick. Don't be an idiot. Just hold for the pivots. Hold the pivots, baby. Look at this thing. It's going straight to that next pivot. It's gonna go fucking straight to that next pivot here on the ES. Right now, look at this thing. On the ES, there's that pivot, that 15 area that we were talking about there. We're at 1250 right now. We got the breakout over the 4,000s. There's 15 push. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What is going on? Patrick Wieland, let's go. If you guys haven't already checked out Top Step, there has never been a better day. This is literally the only day that you can get 30% off. 30% off today and today alone. So if you guys want to check out Top Step, there's a link there in the chat box. Get into trading futures and all that fun stuff. So like I said, today and today alone, 30% off. And well, it's your time. If you want to learn more, there's never been a better time. So right now, just watching this move, look at this thing up there, almost to the 15s. If you guys don't have pivot points on your charts, you're obviously not watching my YouTube channel, because all we talk about every day is the pivot points and how powerful those pivot points are. The pivot points, honestly, they're like, it's like a blueprint to how to make money. It's like, you want to make money in this market, you trade the pivots. The pivots are your friends, my friend. You know, like, it's literally what it is. The pivots, they're just a blueprint on where to print money. Like, hey, look, let me buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here, make money, make money, make money. Sorry, the energy drink, it just kicks in. At a certain point, I just go crazy. And we're at that point now. Oh. I mean, if you think about it, the actual pivot points are the algorithms, right? The algorithms are trading off of the algorithmic equation that creates the pivot points. The pivot points are literally the algos. The algorithms are the pivot points. Think about that. Boom! Just fucking blew your mind, baby. Just blew your mind. You're over here thinking that the market's random, that the market just goes up and down based on some magical trolls that live in the woods somewhere. It's not how it works, my friends. It's all just a bunch of numbers. Oh gosh, if I did a stand-up comedy, I'd be canceled after the first show. It'd be the first show and then it'd be over. It would have to be like a grand showing. I might be able to sell out one arena, have one arena sell out, and then I'm done. It's over after the first show. Definitely canceled. People could not handle my jokes. It would just be awkward. It'd be a silent crowd. They'd be like, oh, did he really just say that? Did he really just say that? Because I feel like if I had to be a comedian, I would just have to, you know, have to really be shock and awe. All 1,000 people from the live stream are going to be at my comedy show. And then after that, canceled for life. I still can't believe that my fucking Instagram account, I'm kind of upset about this, guys. I don't want to be upset about it, but I kind of am upset. I no longer have a fucking Instagram account. I think it's bullshit. The worst part about not having an Instagram is where am I gonna post all my videos of me working out for the ladies? You know? What am I gonna do? Just not gonna be able to impress the ladies anymore with my workout videos. Hey, I also use my Instagram for other things too, you know, like sponsorships and deals like that, and, you know, promoting brands that I work with. So it's a business, right? Like it's a fucked up. I had Instagram for like 10 fucking years or something. Literally, I've had Instagram for 10 fucking years. It's bullshit. I try to appeal it. They don't like me. They hate me. The fib levels, yeah, so I've looked at them, the pivot points, I have them on traditional, but let's look if we look at the fibs here on the pivot points, if it makes a difference. Right now it's on the right now it was on traditional before, and then all right, so if we look here, if we change it to Fibonacci's, kind of interesting. Wow, look at that. The Fibonacci's almost point for point right there. Almost perfect, actually. Literally perfect. The high of that candle was 1250. The pivot point there on the fib with the Fibonacci numbers data is 1225. So I don't know. I don't know what's I guess it always kind of, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy here, but we'll try that out. We'll try the pivots with the Fibonacci for a little bit. So you can see right there, just if you don't know how to add the pivots to your chart, just go to TradingView, you type in pivot points, literally just pivot points. It'll be pivot point standard is what you're looking for. And then once you click it, it'll pop up with this little menu there. And I actually put it to, this is normally traditional, but I'm gonna put it to Fibonacci and try that out for a little bit. And you can change it however you want. I'm gonna actually increase this a little bit there, make those lines a little thicker. And yeah, that's literally how you add the pivots. It's not rocket science. It's totally what do you say? It's totally free. Totally free to add the pivots to your charts. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, we got 519 likes. How have you guys not made $1 million today so far? I don't know about you guys, but you know I'm over here making the money. You can see right now on the Top Step account here, jumping in there over the 94s. Getting that breakout here. Actually got 95 fill. So we got in there. That was 94 break was right there. We got that 94 break right there. And then we got that move up into here over the 4,000s. Got that break over the 94s here. And pushed up there to the 4,000s. And then getting that breakout over the 05s. Took a quick little like scalp right there. Was kind of pushing for a second and then got denied. But overall on the day, up $3,000 on the day right now. So $3,000 on the day. Let's go. If you haven't already hit my like button, hit that like button. Let's go, baby. And you can see here right now up $2,988 total profits. Gave a little bit back there, just got stopped out at open on a stupid one, but there we go. Up there to the 13s now. We're pushing 15s coming up. If you guys are lagging, you're not making the money today, well, start watching the right YouTube channel, my friends. And there it is, that push to the 15s now. Wowzers, another breakout right there. You gotta love these breakouts. I would have liked a little bit lower of a dip there, but that still technically was a okay pullback there. But you would rather, like, I'd rather, for these pullbacks, I kind of like, I had this new rule that I kind of, not a new rule, but a new idea that I came up with. I'm really liking the idea of like a 3 to 4 candle pullback. I think what happens is when you get that 3 to 4, because let's think about this. This is kind of what I like to see, right? Let's think about like perfect scenario here that we get this pullback. What do we want? We want that, like, we got denied. We want this second candle to kind of, you know, move down here. We want that third candle to kind of give us that low. And then we like to see kind of that third and fourth candle kind of battling for that pushback up. It's kind of like this here. how we kind of have these, you know, we got that first candle kind of giving us that range for the pullback, that second candle kind of battling inside that range, that third candle kind of again is like, okay, we for sure are putting in that bottom there at the 88s. And then that fourth kind of breakout candle, we want to see that fourth breakout candle not really have that range back to the downside, but more so like really just kind of, this candle opened here at the 90s, it held 90s perfectly and then got that breakout. Even though we had that wick on the top of that candle, I like those 3 to 4 candle pullbacks. It just gives us an overall better kind of setup here. And if you go back and kind of look at some of these setups here, like this is a good example right here. Look how this moved down from the 92s. We pulled back here to the 86s, and it's kind of like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5 candles. So the more candles for that pullback, the better, I would say. Just gives you overall better consolidation, better chance of a good breakout there. You know, when we only get 1 or 2 candles pulling back here, you don't get those, you don't get the same kind of good setups, that good setup. You know, we want those good setups. But same thing kind of on Friday here, like this one, right, this breakout right here, beautiful kind of overall pullback. And look at how we're, you know, multiple candles kind of ding 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 ding, getting that nice and kind of gradual move down. So from the 72s to the 68s, that was, you know, these are all 3-minute candles, so that's a lot of kind of consolidation, and then getting that first like breakout. You can see these candles here, this one kind of faked out, but see what happened there? That's a great example. Look at this, if you're watching right now, that 15 area, but I want you guys to see what I'm seeing, and look at this, how it's like 1 and then 2, and then right here, that third candle, we try to get the breakout over the high of that candle, and look, it got denied. So I think the more candles that we can get, you know, at least a minimum of 3 to 4 candles for that pullback, and then finally getting that breakout is going to be the best possible setup here for that Patrick Wieland setup. So I think this is actually probably a good rule to have. You know, I think that's a overall kind of rule that you can add to your day trading style. If you're trading these breakouts, I think it's a good rule that you're looking for, you know, a minimum of 3 to 4 candles. I would say 4 candles, 5 candles be in like a good spot. Whereas, you know, we don't want to just be buying that first breakout candle or that second breakout candle. So that's what I like to see. I think this is a great example of what a good pullback turns into. So that move there from the 68s up there to 87. So you got to think about that as well. Like, we're moving that FOMO, that emotional FOMO here, and not wanting to just buy that, like, oh, I'm just gonna buy because it's, you know, the first little breakout candle here. We kind of want to really just give us some time, and then you can see how rewarding that idea of being patient is. I mean, look at this. At that point, you get the breakout over this candle there at the 70s, you get into their 71s, and look at that move all the way up there to the 87s. I think we pushed all the way to the 90s, but in general, you know, the more that we're getting these pullbacks, the better in terms of, same thing kind of here as well, that nice little pullback. You can see we kind of like, it's almost like a rule too of like pulling back 50% of kind of where that breakout, that flagpole is. So there it is right there. And right now, getting stuck there at the pivot point on the ES, pulling back to the 06s. There's also, you got to think, I like to think about it like this as well, is, okay, it's like the scenario of if we do break out here, the problem is, look at here, the 3-minute chart. You know, we got stuck at that pivot point. The SPY pivot point's there at the 398s. One thing that I don't want to be doing is I don't want to be buying breakouts directly into resistance. That's a good rule to have. You know, we're talking about rules to have here, and well, this is all great stuff to learn, because you guys, you don't want to be buying a breakout right where we're at resistance, especially a pivot point right there. Right when we're hitting that pivot point is not where we want to be buying breakouts, right? Like you can see here earlier this morning on that pivot, when we broke above this breakout there, we break above that. We already broke above that, right? Like we already broke above it earlier this morning. We were kind of turning that into support there. And this is a much better breakout. I want to be buying this breakout because I know that I have at least a move up here to the 12, 15 area. Whereas if I'm buying here at the 10, 11 area, you know, where's my target on that trade? I mean, we would need to move all the way up there to the 40s on that move. So really, I think people, I always ask me like, oh, you know, I bought the breakout, but it didn't work. It ended up going lower. Well, did you buy the breakout right at resistance? So think about that, you know. Pam, I like your style, Pam, on that 15-minute chart. That is the 15-minute chart there on this ES chart right here. So if you're buying those 15-minute breakouts, I mean, that would have been, looking here at the open, I mean, your 15-minute candle was that first 15-minute candle there. So you could have gotten pretty much, it's kind of a tricky one because you would have gotten long for that break over the high of this candle, that 4,000s, and still got about a 12 handle move to the upside on that 15-minute chart. So that would have been just one simple 15-minute breakout. But the one thing I talked about, like I want to trade that 15-minute chart, but I also, like, if I'm looking at the 15-minute chart, I like to use the smaller time frames just to get a better entry here, because we were looking at that 15-minute chart. We knew that the 15-minute candle would be a breakout over 4,000, but that 3-minute chart would have given you a better entry there at the 94s. So we kind of talked about this scenario at open before the market opens. Before the market opened. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, you can't just, people sometimes think that you should just jump into a trade just because, like, oh, there's a setup. Like, just because the market's looking like it wants to break out doesn't mean that it has a ton of power to keep going higher. So not every breakout is gonna be, you know, as eventful as others. Now it's getting interesting here. We're getting interesting here on the 3-minute chart as we're holding kind of a double bottom on the 2000 tick chart. You can see it a little bit better on the 2000 tick chart, kind of a double bottom here at the 05. So kind of just waiting. Like we said, we know that 15 area is resistance right there. We talked about that this morning. So we get above that 15 area. The next pivot is going to be all the way up there at the 40s. So if you guys haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe button. We're live every morning, 9:15 a.m. I'm excited to be here for you guys, to doing it live on the tube every morning, sharing my experience with you. This is obviously not financial advice, but I try to give you guys an idea of what I'm looking at, what we're thinking about, and the overall plan. So if you guys enjoy this stream, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe button, and, well, like I said, we'll be live every morning, 9:15. I'm actually excited because February 4th, big news, February 4th, I'm actually gonna be back in Florida for a month. I've got I signed a lease on an apartment in Florida, so I'm excited to see. I haven't traded, think about that, I haven't traded in Florida, or I haven't traded on the East Coast in like almost 3 years. I've been waking up at 4 a.m., 3 a.m. here in Hawaii for the last 3 years trading. So I'm interested to see how that's gonna go. Am I gonna be confused on waking up and the sun being out and trading? That's gonna be weird. We'll see how it goes. See how she goes. Orlando, moving back to Orlando. It'll be February 4th. February 4th. So I fly to Orlando, I get in there on the 4th, and then I can move in on the 5th. I've got like 24 hours to basically move into an apartment, get it set up, make my new streaming setup all ready, and then I'm trying to be ready for the Monday, the 5th or the 6th. So hopefully I'm gonna cross my fingers, and I'm really gonna try hard to get everything set up so that I can stream literally that Monday. But it might be a little difficult. I'm gonna try my best. I don't want to let you guys down. I don't want to let you down. So right now the market trying to hold here at the 10s. Bookmap looking a little wild here. Over that 15 level, looks like 20 sitting up there liquidity wise. So we got some liquidity at the 20s now. Got a lot of iceberg orders coming in here. They're messing around with it. No, I actually got an apartment, not Airbnb. So over this 15 level here, push to the 20s next. There's that big liquidity sitting there at the 15s. Kind of watching to see if we get this breakout over the 15 strong here. Why did I choose Florida over Puerto Rico? I already live on one island. I don't know if I want to live on two islands. And that 15 area is sitting there. We get through this 75s. I think we'll push through the 15s and then try to get up there to the 20s or higher. Right there, breaking through the 15s now. Will they squeeze it up there to the 20s or higher? I think 20 is the good target here. Got that liquidity up at the 20s now. And just keep this thing squeezing up there through the 15s, through the 17s next. You can see them kind of battling right now. 17 liquidity kind of getting added there. Right now, pushing through that pivot point on the SPY. Pushing through the pivot point on the SPY now. And trying to ramp up to that 20 area. That 20 area is sitting there right now on the book map here. So get through that 18 area, push to the 20s next. And rocking and rolling. Trying to go 18s here. The high on that candle, 1775. Right now above that pivot point, we push up there 18s. The NASDAQ breaking out, the ES breaking out. We're above the VWAP here. A big iceberg buyer there at the 15s right now, trying to hold it up. That 15-minute chart set up right now, breaking out over the highs there, over that 1250 area on that 15-minute setup there. And looking to just go straight up here through the 20s next. We got the next pivot point on the ES up at the 40s. So keeping that in mind, we broke through the SPY pivot. 401.09 on the SPY pivot here would be that next area of resistance there. So and right now, just kind of chopping around those pivot points there. We pushed up there to the almost 18s. Got an iceberg seller there at the 1550s. Get out of the way. Get out of there. See, I think this could be one of those trades where you just like set it and you forget it here. Come back and it's at the 40s later on today. Right now, pushing above that 398.50 area on the SPY. The SPY breaking out over that pivot point. The ES breaking out over the 12-13 pivot point on there as well. So we'll see what happens here. Right now, just consolidating here at the 15s. Get this thing to start ramping. Try to get this breakout up here into the 20s next. My Instagram got deleted. I don't know. It's just banned. It's gone. I woke up one day, went to go check my Instagram. It was gone. Instagram said that they banned me for violating community guidelines. What the fuck does that mean? I didn't even do anything. That's the best part. I wouldn't have been mad if I like actually did something, but I didn't even do anything. And they got me. And they got me, those fuckers. And looking to see if we can get this push through the 17s next. Get through there, get up there to the 20s. Rocking and rolling right now, trying to get this push up there through the 20s. Can we get the squeeze? I think there's good possibility to get through the 20s here. Not much going on with the book map right now. We get through that 20 area there. And then 25 sitting up there. I would say that should be a quick squeeze through this. If we get through 20, get a quick squeeze up there at 25s. No, I honestly have no fucking idea. Like, I wish I had an idea. I don't have an idea. I have zero idea. I didn't do anything. I was sleeping. I literally woke up and my account was just gone. Like, legitimately, I did nothing. And I would admit to it. Like, trust me, guys. If I had a reason, I would be like, hey, the reason I got deleted is because I said that Joe Biden's an idiot. You know, like I would own that. But it definitely wasn't the gator. I posted that a long time ago. And you can post, the gator was, I mean, you could post pictures of animals. There's lots of people on Instagram posting animals. Iceberg seller sitting there at the 1750s. Well, the funny part is they took my real account out, but all the imposters are still there. So exclusive. There's so many pictures of people hunting on Instagram. They didn't ban my Instagram account because of a fucking gator. Like that's not even a discussion. There's people that have their entire Instagram accounts dedicated to posting pictures of dead animals. It has nothing to... I didn't get reported because of the gator. What the fuck? There was no reason, guys. I'm telling you, like, I got nothing. Oh, gosh. It's the diet tips for sure. Talked about the vegan life too much. Can't talk about the vegan life too much. Gonna get everyone all excited. No email, no info, nothing. Literally just all it said was your account has been disabled. It's gone. 10 years, Instagram. Bye-bye, Patrick Wieland. The funny part is, like I said, there's all the fake accounts still, so. The best part is now that I don't even have a real account, so now the fake accounts can just fucking go nuts and do whatever they want on there, I guess. The funny part is I don't really know how they're gonna get content. They won't be able to get any content because there's no new Instagram accounts, so fuck them. Fuck the haters. Right now, chopping around here at the 15s, just battling here. I would have liked to seen this go through the 18s already. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, help me out. Let's get 700 likes here on the stream. It's Monday, Mega Money Mondays, baby. Mega Money Mondays. Will we keep pushing? It's right now consolidating here at that 15 level. That's right where that pivot point is on the SPY, pivot point on the ES here. We're right there. The $1 million idea here of getting this breakout to the upside. We got 1,800 people watching. Let's go. Making records, baby. Hitting records every day over here. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, you know what to do. We'll be live every morning, 9:15. We got some buyers coming in there trying to push this through the 18s next. Get through that 18 level, push up there into the 20s. I'm waiting for this 20 break. Waiting for this 20 to break. At this point, I think it's a pretty cut and dry. Pretty much, if we can't hold 13s, we're going to pull back here. But looking for this to break over 20s and get going. So, long right now from the 15s. Like I said, getting that breakout here. Looking for the push over the 20s next. And get up there into the 24s, 25s. Well, let's go. Trying to push through 20s here. On the book map right now, a bunch of liquidity sitting there. So, through the 20s, we can get through that. Try to push up there 24 or 25s. And right now, eating away at that 20 resistance. Will it take it all the way out there? Trying to push through 20s here. Tapping 20s. Let's go. 399 on the SPY. Get up there to the 400s on the SPY here today. And there's that push through the 20s now. Can we push all the way up? That 25 resistance sitting up there. We want to keep this party going. I mean, I'm not gonna, if I'm gonna get an energy drink sponsor, they're gonna call me up and offer me $1 million to sign. I'm not gonna call anyone else up, you know. They gotta call the #1 day trader on YouTube if they want this deal. They want to sign energy drink sponsors. If you want to sign a deal with me, dollar bills, baby. Dollar bills. I can afford to buy my own energy drinks. So if I want to get a sponsorship, it's got to be some serious money, baby. Get that Red Bull sponsorship. Let's go. Trying to push through the 20s here. 2075. At this point, I can just basically ride this thing. Looking for this move up here through the 20s higher. Got my stop at basically break even now at the 15s. I told myself I wasn't going to use these break-even trades, but at this point it's like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna let this thing come back down, take me out, and then go red on me? No. So still looking for this push up. I think we can go through 20s a little bit stronger here, get up there to the 24s. I like it right now. Trying to push there 22s. Like I said, getting that breakout over the 15s here. There's my entry. I'm trading this just like I would tell you guys. I'm not over here telling you to buy when I'm selling or anything like that. So I'm in it with you. I'm staying long, baby. Looking for this push up there on the 24s. Can we get this move? I'm gonna move it down just a little bit, actually. I would take maybe, I'm gonna put it to 23.75 just because there's a bunch of liquidity there on the book map. So I want it just to take me out before that liquidity gets taken out. And there's a $2,000 trade. Come on, 23.75. Trying to get filled here. Trying to push. Almost got me. She's almost getting me there. And right now you can see on the book map, kind of looking like over 25 would be nice. So maybe I'm just gonna move my target up here. See if we can get that push through 25s next. Maybe get a pullback first, but that's a 2000 tick chart we're looking at there on, on trade. On Top Step. And right now pulling back here into the 20s again. Well, lower 20s. I think we're good as long as we can hold. Basically now we want to kind of hold that 18-20 area. We can see there's support there at the 19-18. AG red, let's go, making money. It's trade of 8, yes, technically. Top Step Trader is basically trade of 8. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my stop here to the 19s. That's going to guarantee that I lock in $1,000 on this trade. I can't lose now, obviously. But if we can get this all the way to push through the 25s next, we get up there to the 30s. I think that's a pretty good plan. That's a pretty good plan, I think. Keep my stop right here at the 19s. We got that support there. If we can't push through, I get stopped out for $1,000 in profit. But if we can ride this through the 25s next, well, then we can turn this into like a $3,000 trade. So let's see. Yeah, we can get a possible $3,000 trade. We already guarantee $1,000 profit. So at this point, it's just like looking for this to break out. What's funny is if you look at the 3-minute chart compared to the 2000 tick chart, it definitely looks a lot different, right? Like right now you can see we're kind of just like pushing up into this level, where on the 2000 tick chart, it actually looks more like we're kind of pulling back right now, which is kind of interesting to see. And yes, Netherlands, Europe, we're worldwide, baby. Trade futures worldwide, anywhere with Wi-Fi. And looking to see if we can push through 23, 25 here. The problem is it's always the fucking thing. It's always in hindsight, right? So now it's like, if this pushes up there to the 30s, if we get out for early profit and this thing pushes to the 30s, then we're going to be like, oh, we should have held. And then if it pulls back, then it's going to be like, oh, we should have taken profit. So the battle is real. It's a real battle, my friends. Trying to figure out, should you take profit? Should you just walk away? I'm up $1,500. I could take profit right now. I could hold it for the push through the 25s. Oh, man. Right now, looking for this breakout over the 24s here. Can we get it? If we don't break over 24s, I'm looking to get out. I want to see this thing squeeze right through 24s here. Go, go, go. If it's going to go, it's got to go right here. I want a boner candle to get through there. I don't want to get stuck there at the 24s, or I'm going to get out. So I'm going to move my stop like literally right here to the guarantee 23 now. So I'm guaranteed $2,000. I might get stopped out here, but it's either going to explode through this level or it's going to pull back here again. So it's trying to break through. We're guaranteed at least $2,000 in profit here, but can we keep it going higher? I'm going to just kind of let this one ride and see if we can't get a squeeze up there through the 25s next. Through the 25s, try to push up to the 30s quickly. We need to get a boner candle to happen, or I'm getting stopped out for $2,000 in profit here. Woo, baby. And getting stopped out there. That's perfect. I'll take that. I think that's an overall pretty good setup. I would have taken profit there, kind of that 23s anyway. So at least I gave myself some more wiggle room to squeeze up there. You know, it was like, if it was going to go, it was going to go right there. So that's all we needed. We're trading the ES. Anybody wondering, we are trading the ES right now. So another $2,000 trade right there. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, you know what to do. Again, very simple setup here. It wasn't rocket science. We knew that 15 area was resistance right there, so we pushed above that 15 area. I didn't love this overall setup here for that pullback. Like we talked about before, we wanted kind of more candles for that pullback, but I'll show you here on the 15-minute chart why I thought it still had good potential, because we had that pivot point right there. We broke out over that level, and then it was, you know, 15-minute chart breakout, 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 and still we'll kind of see what happens here at the 20s now. How long did it take me to figure out that my strategy was the only strategy that I wanted to focus on? It took me, I mean, years, 6 years, you know, years of going through this process, trying to make sure that I'm on the right side of the trend. Don't fight the trend, my friends. Don't fight the trend. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, we got 734 likes. Can we go for 800 likes here on the stream today? Wee! Let's go. Mary's making money. Everybody's making money today. There she goes. Look at it. Oh, 25, 26s now. She's going on the book map right through here. If you're still holding from that move earlier from the 15s, there's the full 10 handle move up there above 25s. I took it off there at the 22s, but there she goes. 25s now. Ugh. Like I said earlier, it's always in hindsight. You know, now we're sitting here and we're like, oh, I could have held longer, could have held it, could have held it. But kind of is what it is. I know I could have. The problem is with this 15-minute chart right now, I'm like looking at this 15-minute chart. This thing is like, I just feel like I wish we would have touched the 80 EMA a little bit earlier. And right now on the book map, trying to push up there into the 28th. That was kind of my target there earlier. Let's see if it's going to happen now. Oh, 25, 26s. If you guys want to learn more about the book map, there's a link there into the chat box there. Look into using a trailing stop. I mean, I think I'm not going to sit here and go and try to trade in the hindsight. I mean, making $5,000 is nothing. There should be like, I should have no feeling towards like, oh man, I wish I could have done this differently. I think, you know, we did what we needed to do. Market could have easily pulled back. It could have, you know, I mean, it's always in hindsight. It's easy to sit here and look at the chart now and been like, oh man, I should have held. I should have held. I'd be up $20,000 instead of only up $5,000. So I'm trying to not sit here and think about the coulda, the shoulda, the woulda. When do I decide to size up? I mean, 5 contracts is pretty good size, to be honest. I mean, I think at some point I could step up to 10 contracts, so. I mean, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. I should have bought 100 contracts. So you guys are all just trading in hindsight right now, telling me what I should have done differently. You know, I could have taken 10 contracts, the market could have plummeted, and I could have lost $5,000. So 50 contracts. Do I ever leverage in? I mean, every futures trade is a leverage trade. I don't really know exactly. Every contract on the futures market is $500 in margin. If you're starting out on Top Step, I would say the 100,000 account is your better option because I talked about it before. You had a bigger drawdown possibility, so. Am I still gonna trade today? Yes. I mean, we're trading, we're live right now, looking for opportunities. I honestly don't really average into trades. Once I'm in the trade, I don't really add to it. I probably could start doing that. You know, it could be a little bit better about it, but at the same time, like, I got to be careful that I don't, you know, I don't tweak what I'm doing too much. I think it's progression, right? Like, you just don't want to change, like, you don't want to change too much too quick. Because if you start changing too many things, then you're gonna not really know kind of what was the change. Where it's almost like, you know, do little things, little changes here and there, little changes here and there. That way you can kind of like see results and not just be like, make a bunch of changes in one day and then like have no idea what changed. So, Yelinga, how much do I need to invest to make $2,000? So, like I said, each contract is $500, but it's not really like you're not investing $500. It's hard. People always ask me about that with futures. It's not really like, it's not as easy as just saying like, oh, I invested $2,000. Michael Love, I'm not moving to fucking Puerto Rico. Have you been to Puerto Rico? I've been to Puerto Rico. I wouldn't live in Puerto Rico. Nothing against Puerto Rico, but I'm not going to live there. That's for sure. And also, with trading futures, the capital gains tax is not as cut and dry as equities. So right now, just kind of sitting back here, waiting and watching, being patient. Being patient. The whole thing about risking 1%, it's not really like that's not like, you can't base your trading strategy off risking 1% of your account. Because like, for example, let's say you start trading futures and you have $10,000 in your account. You can't trade futures and only risk 1%. You know, like you're just never gonna make money. You've got to risk more. I know that sounds like fucked up to say, and I'm not telling people to go risk more money, but trying to trade by only risking 1%, trading futures, like you're never gonna make any money. Yeah, if you have a $400,000 account, sure. I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's not even, I wouldn't say a percentage. That's what, like, the way that I look at it is I don't look at it as a percentage. I look at it like, okay, if I trade for 5 days straight, like what's my average winning day and what's my average losing day? You know, on a winning day, how much money am I making? If I'm making $5,000 on a winning day, well, then my stop loss on the day can really be, you know, $2,000 or so. So it really comes down to what your overall kind of win-loss ratio. Not really even your win-loss, but more so like on average, you know, on average, if your winning days are only $500, well, then obviously you can't afford to lose more than $500 in one day. So with futures, I think you really got to kind of just look at what's your average winner and then make sure that your average loser is obviously much smaller than that. So yeah, and Thinkorswim, if you're trading futures on Thinkorswim, just go ahead and quit right now. I mean, that's a total waste of time. Like, literally, that's like the biggest waste of time. Just go ahead and quit right now. Thinkorswim, terrible. Like I said earlier, Top Step is offering 30% off this week, and well, it's only today. Literally Monday, you have until midnight to check out the Top Step deal. It's 30% off. They normally never really do these deals, so you guys, or if you're on the fence, you're thinking about getting into Top Step, well, there's your chance. The link is in the chat, and then the code is GetReady30. GetReady30 for 30% off the Combine right now. So if you guys want to learn more, there's a link there in the chat box. And this is who I'm using going through Top Step. I went through the Top Step Combine, showed you guys the whole process and all that fun stuff. So that's what we're looking at right now. Right now, looking, oh gosh, getting tighter and tighter here at the 25s. I just don't love these types of setups here. I want more pullback. I hate when these, like, we just like get really tight at these levels. Because the problem is, it kind of like sets up for a possible pullback still, right? Like, it's basically like, okay, let's say we break to the upside here, but then there's a good possibility of a quick pullback there. So I'm hesitant, you know, I just don't love buying, because you can see like this pullback's just pretty much going sideways here. I mean, we've moved what, 2 points on these candles. So it would be really easy for this to kind of break and go to the downside here again. Does that mean that it can't go higher? No. But we've got to kind of weigh our risk to reward, you know, because the downside move here is like back to the 15. So if we're buying at 25, do I want to risk 10 handles to the downside? Probably not. Personally, I don't want to risk 10 handles for only a 5-handle move to the upside. So you know what they say, YouTube doesn't want to show everybody where all the magic's happening. I think the big issue for me on YouTube is I'm not nice. I'm not nice enough. I gotta be nicer. I gotta start talking about rainbows and fucking butterflies. Stop cursing as well. I'd have like 1 million subscribers if I just talked about rainbows and butterflies and happy and everybody can be rich. if you look at my statistics, I think I've lost like over 100,000 subscribers in the last 6 years. Because you lose a certain amount of subscribers like every day. Like you might lose 10 subscribers, you might gain 200 subscribers. It's kind of like no matter what, as a YouTuber, you're always going to lose subscribers just because people just get bored or they quit trading. You know, trading's hard because I would say that 90% of people that start trading end up losing, and the last thing they want to do is follow Patrick Wieland on YouTube and see me winning when they can't win. So I get it. I understand why people unsubscribe, you know, or they get mad because I talk about whatever political belief or whatever it is. But I think, you know, at the end of the day, like, are you here to care about what my political beliefs are, or are you here to make money? You know, I think that's what it comes down to. If there was somebody on YouTube as good looking as me and as great as me, and they talked about politics different than I think, I mean, I would still follow them. I'd be like, hey, well, he might be an idiot when it comes to politics, but when it comes to trading, he knows what he's doing. Right now, we got that support there at the 20s. Ding, 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 20 area. My grandma's texting me. Let's see what she says. Let's see what this is. Pulling back there to the 20s right now. My grandma. She texted me, said that her car was at in the shop. I don't know what that means. Why is your car in the shop, Grandma? Get out of there. She might be watching the live stream right now, actually. It's so funny to think that, like, my grandma watches my live streams. Out of the 1,700 viewers, one of those viewers is my grandma. Jack Nicholas, do I actually share trades in real time? I don't know. I think it's funny because some people say that, like, they you know, take trades based off of my ideas, and other people say that they don't know how to trade. So I think if you're a beginner day trader, it might not be as simple as just buy here, sell here. But I think if you've been trading for more than a couple weeks and you've watched my videos, you'll pretty much know when to buy. Like, my strategy is not difficult, guys. Like, my strategy for trading is, I would say, one of the simplest strategies you could possibly have. You know, this morning getting that breakout over the 4,000. I mean, do I really need to tell you guys, like, hey, we're breaking over 4,000. It's time to buy. Get ready. Put your little mouses there. Or, I mean, I think you guys at this point, if you've been watching my live streams for more than a week, more than a month, you should know, you know. You should know what I'm thinking. Right now, still holding here at the 20s. I hate, like I said, I hate when it's doing this because we're just not getting that decent pullback. Like, this breakout here, it's obviously, it's looking, you know, like looking like a possible breakout here, but I would love to see just a little bit more pullback here. Just because my risk is, I just don't like the risk on this trade. You know, if we had a pullback, let's say we pull back to the 15s and we show that 15 area turns into support there, and then we start kind of pushing up, then we get more excited, right? Like, that's a little bit better of a setup here. I talk about this all the time on the channel, guys. Just because the market's moving doesn't mean that there's a good setup, right? Just because, you know, even if we break out over this 25 level, like, it doesn't mean we're going to go to the 50s. We just got to really kind of weigh our risk to reward here on this trade. Let's go, Damien. We're HD, baby. We're HD. Let's see what happens. Get this breakout over the 25s. Wow. Boner candle. Up there to the 27s now. Like I said, it could still go higher here. Just the question of what's our risk to reward. Just wasn't in love with it right there. It's always the coulda, the shoulda, the woulda. Obviously now looking at it, you're like, oh, I could have bought down here perfectly at the 2050s. Okay, that would have been perfect. And then it'd be up there to the 28s now. On the book map right now, we got that 29, 30, kind of just sitting there right now. Decent amount of liquidity there. And then after that, the 35s. On the ES right now, we got the pivot point up there at the 42s. So there is that pivot point at the 42s. It could get hit today. Oh, man. They push through the 30s here. We go 35s pretty quickly. It's a lot of liquidity sitting there right now. Look at this thing, still riding higher. Oh my gosh. On that 80 EMA on the 3-minute chart. The 80 EMA on the 3-minute chart can't get broken. They are just pumping it. The algorithms are coming to town to party. Look at this thing. 80 EMA all morning long since we broke out. Holding. Wow. This is a perfect example of, like I talked about over the weekend, just holding these EMAs there. It's funny that we talked about it over the weekend, and now today is like a perfect example of that happening. Got the VWAP down at the 4,000s. VWAP at the 4,000s right now, trying to push through that 30 level here. Bunch of liquidity there at the 29s. Gets through that liquidity there at the 29s. And then you got that 30, and then 31, and then 35 up there. Wowzers. Volume coming up here. Look at the volume starting to spike up there. Try to squeeze through that 30 level. 28, 50 highs so far. Man. Like I said, this is one of those moments, you know, where you look back and you're like, oh, I could have taken this trade, blah, blah, blah. It's always the coulda, the shoulda, the woulda. So I'm not going to sit here and think about like, oh, I could have done blah, blah, blah. So there you can see my exit on that trade earlier there at the 23s and up there at the 29, 30s now. Look at this thing. Oh, up to the 30s coming up. On the 2000 tick chart, just ding, 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 higher, 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 squeezing. There's that move. We got in there at the 15s earlier. I mean, I coulda. Key word here, my friends. Key word. I could have basically let this thing ride off that 80 EMA. I mean, getting in there at the 15s, obviously now it's like, oh, another 15 handles to the upside. But how the fuck am I supposed to know? You know, how am I supposed to know where this market's gonna go? I have no idea. All I know is that I'm up $5,000 on the day. $5,000 on the day, not gonna fucking complain. Obviously, we can always be better. We can always be better. So fuck around, find out. You know, there's that old saying. If you want to find out, you got to fuck around, but you got to figure out how much you want to fuck around to find out. So that's like trading. You know, you kind of get to a point where you're only fucking around so much, and then you're finding out. But if you fuck around too much, then you're gonna find out too much. It's that simple. It's that simple, right? If you fuck around too much, then you're gonna find out. And when I mean find out, I mean you're gonna get a big red day. You're gonna get blown up. You know, it's basically like, look, here's your profit target, here's your risk. You know, you're fucking around a little bit. You're gonna find out if that target's gonna get hit. You know, like it's the battle. You gotta weigh the fuck around versus the find out around. That's kind of funny because it's literally, to enter a trade, you're kind of fucking around, right? Like every trade you enter, you're like, oh, well, here I go. We're about to find out. We're fucking around. We're about to find out. Sleep Tight said he fucked around too much and found out. Eddie, no more fucking around. Let's go. I like to see it. Right now, that liquidity is stacking up there at the 30s. Right now, 30 versus liquidity. Chris Perez is going to IHOP. Let's go. Get the chicken and waffles. Chicken and waffles at IHOP. Chicken and waffles, please. I'll take the chicken and waffles. You guys ever watch those videos of people getting in fights at Walmart or not at Waffle House? Walmart and Waffle House. But on Twitter, there's like, you can go on Twitter now and just watch all these videos of people fighting at Waffle House. It's fucking hilarious. Crazy ass people out there. There's some crazy people out there. Waffle House. You gonna fuck around, you gonna find out, boys. If you want to check out Top Step right now, today, it's ending at 12 midnight tonight. The code is get ready. There's a link there in the chat box right now, pushing up there to the 30s. 30% off. The deal is too good to be true, my friends. If you guys want to learn more, there's a link right there in the chat box. And we'll keep this party going. Just kind of sitting back here waiting and watching for something magical to happen, right? I just hate these, I hate that constant grind higher. Obviously, if we were in the trade, we'd be happy right now. We'd be totally fine with this thing grinding higher, but I just don't want to chase it. I don't like chasing it. I like that. I like the money to come to me, right? Like I want this setup to be just so nice and so beautiful that I'm just like, hey, that's where I want to buy at. Like I don't want to, you know, I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, is it going to go higher? Is it going to go lower? Oh my gosh, what's going to happen? I want to see that setup and be like, oh, look at this thing. It's getting really tight there at the 30s right now. The code for Top Step is get ready 30 is the code today. Get ready 30. That ends, the deal ends tonight at midnight. I'm doing an interview tomorrow with Benzinga. The Benzinga has like a live stream in the morning, so they want to do an interview with me. What should I say? Little do they know, should I just go on Benzinga and just start fucking having a meltdown? Just not even talking about stocks, just talking about conspiracies, vegans. I go on to Benzinga and they're like, all right, great to have you here, Patrick. What do you think about the market? I'm like, man, this fucking market, the vegans are just taking over. It's all the fucking vegans' fault. I lost my Instagram account because of the fucking vegans. It's all it is. It's a conspiracy. Tell them it's like a fucking conspiracy. Go on Benzinga and just be like, they're like, hell, tell us about your trading strategy. Well, you know, my trading strategy has a lot to do with fucking around and a lot about finding out. The more you fuck around, the more you find out. But the problem is you want to figure out where the find out and the fuck around strategy is just perfect. You don't want to, you can't be in the middle. You got to find out like, ooh, okay, this one works, this one doesn't. That's going to be my new trading bumper sticker. Fuck around, find out. NASDAQ to 10 million. Bitcoin to 100 million. Fuck around, find out. Oh, two vegans fighting. Is it still called beef? Oh, you never know. You never know. I don't know. They might be watching the stream right now. They might be canceling they might be canceling the interview as we speak. I might get an email here any second. Hey, we watched your live stream today and we can't have you on the stream. We can't have you on there. You're too much. Too much. Sitting here at the 30s right now on the book map. Will she squeeze? I feel like sometimes it's just more fun to be an announcer here. Not even trading, just announcing. Like a horse racer. Here we go, 29, 29, 29, 29, 29, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30s, 30s, trying to get pushed through there. That could be my new service. I just stop trading and I just call out the market moves here. Just as it's moving. 29.75, 29.75. It could be a new service. Patrick Wieland in your ear. Put the headphones on, you're trading, you just hear my voice 29.75, 29.75. And I can announce we have an iceberg buyer at the 29s right now. Oh gosh, that's like my stripper DJ. I got a couple different voices that I use here on the stream. Right now, try to push through the 30s. That's definitely the stripper voice, the stripper announcer DJ voice. Oh, we lost the 29s there. We lost it. Oh, we're back. We're back to the 29s. Oh, nope, the 28.50s. The battle is real. The battle is real. It's funny because people watch my live stream videos, or they watch my YouTube videos, and then they meet me in real life and like, you sound totally different. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm a different person on the internet, okay? This whole internet thing is not real, right? This whole YouTube channel, it's just a big fucking, a big TV show, like the Truman Show, basically. I'm not actually that crazy in real life. I don't have as many conspiracy theories in real life. Or maybe I do, I just don't talk about them as much. On this live stream, I just feel so free to talk about whatever I want to talk about. Tapping 30s here, tapping that 30 level. Look how tight we're getting right now. Oh my gosh, it's going sideways here for the last few minutes. And there we go, through the 30s now. She's just squeezing through the 30s, up to the 31s. She's just grinding higher. This market just grinding higher. I can't believe this. I'm honestly amazed right now. I'm not gonna lie. Like, after the move on Friday, I thought for sure we'd get like a choppy day today, but look at this thing up there to the fucking 32s now. We talked about it pre-market, that 30, 40 area. Look at this thing. We're here. We're here, baby. We're here. Has trading on Top Step helped me? I 100% agree. I believe yes, 100%. For the first time in my entire life, I had to follow somebody else's rules. Trading. It definitely is a, I wouldn't say it's humbling, but it definitely like puts you in check, right? Like for the first time having to like follow somebody else's rules when it comes to trading, it definitely makes you, you know, have to not fuck around so much. Remember, fuck around too much, you find out too much. You got to figure out that perfect level of fucking around and finding out. Making money every day, that's pretty good finding out, right? But if you fuck around too much, then you're gonna end up losing money every day. Hey, whoa, definitely not humble. I'm not a humble trader, that's for sure. I'm the most unhumble trader you're ever gonna meet. I don't know. I don't just believe that I'm good. I fucking know I'm good, right? Like that's how unhumble I am. I got the ego of a fucking elephant. My brain, my head looks big for a reason because I got to put all that fucking ego in there. But I love you guys. But honestly, like I think to be a successful trader, you have to like, you got to believe, right? Like you got to believe in yourself. That I would say that's the biggest issue for most new day traders is they just have no confidence because they haven't put in the time. Right? 6 years later, I put in the time. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can do. I might not be able to cure cancer, which I could possibly if I spent the time working on it. But you know, I got better things to do, like curing the idiots on the internet trading. I'm here to help you guys, not cure cancer. I think honestly though, like the best thing that you guys could get from my live stream is just seeing somebody else trading and following the rules, not having FOMO, not doing stupid shit. Like there's a lot of YouTubers out there that post videos that I'm just like, oh my gosh, like what is going on in this video? What did they do? My favorite though, like literally my favorite fucking thing on YouTube right now, like this is my fucking favorite. I'm calling everybody out. If you make a fucking video on YouTube claiming that you made $100,000 in one day and you don't even fucking know where you bought and where you sold at, and you're making the video and you're like, hey guys, today I made $100,000. I bought 5,000 Tesla contracts. Yeah, so like If somebody, like, literally, guys, if I made $100,000 in one day, I can tell you exactly the minute that I bought and the minute that I fucking sold. I can tell you every single thing about that trade. But the idea that there's some little dweeb on YouTube making a video sitting there in his mom's basement going, oh, today I made 100,000, but yeah, I think I bought the breakout. I'm not sure exactly. I think maybe I bought here. No, I bought here. Wait, I bought, you know, like, no. Get the fuck out of here. That's like, I'm telling you right now, every single day trader in the world, if you make $100,000 in a day, you're going to know exactly where you bought and exactly where you sold at. You know what I mean? Like 100%. So just want to let every other YouTuber out there, like, put you on blast, because that's like literally the biggest scam I've ever seen in my life. Literally mind blowing. And it's mind blowing that anyone would fucking watch those videos and believe it. Like, you'd have to be fucking retarded. And I didn't mean to say the R word there. I'm just very passionate. I'm not disrespectful in that sense. I apologize. I apologize. But yeah, you'd have to be really, really stupid to make that idea. I'm honestly sorry. I didn't mean to say the R word. I'm sorry. It's been, I'm an old school, you know, I grew up in the country, a bunch of rednecks. You know, I'm not politically correct. Don't hate me for it. I'm not a bad person. Second Instagram gone. 35s. Look at this fucking thing right now. Are you kidding me right now? Come on. This is insanity. It's just fucking going higher. It's literally, we can't break the 80 MA. The 80 MA cannot break today. We're going to 40s. It's going to fucking 40s. Literally going to 40s right now. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Wow. Are you kidding me? Fuck me right now. Fuck me. Literally fuck me. Wow. It just won't stop. Like, it literally will not stop right now. Wow. Wow. 42s. What is happening right now? Honestly, it wasn't Friday. The problem was Friday was such a, like, it just trended higher all day on Friday. I thought for sure today we were gonna get some choppy action. I can't believe this right now. We're just going straight up. You know what's gonna happen tomorrow? Tomorrow is gonna be the chop shithole. Tomorrow is gonna be just chop city, and then today is just going straight up. Look at this thing. Look at that pivot point getting touched there. If you guys aren't using these pivot points, I'm fucking telling you right now, whatever you're doing, whatever you're trading, whatever your style is, just fucking stop it. Put the pivot points on there and start following these pivot points. Look at these things. This morning from the 93s up there to the 40s now. On the 15-minute chart, look at this 15-minute fucking candles. It's literally just melting up. Like, just ding, 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 ding. You can't stop it. Raise your hand if you shorted today. Just go ahead and raise your hand if you shorted today. Anybody, just raise your hand. It wasn't me. I didn't short today. But oh my gosh. Yes, this is futures trading. We're trading the ES. Oh my gosh. Ask the question again, please. The more you ask the question, the more you fucking find out. The more you find out. All right, doing the poll. If you lost money today, you are absolutely an idiot. So I'm gonna make that very clear. If you lost money today, you are a pathetic idiot. I want you, it's the hard truth. Honestly, it's the hard truth. If you lost money today, you are god awful at trading. You're the worst trader in the entire world. And I want you to know that. And I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. Like, I'm being honest with you. Like 100%. If you lost money today, you're the worst trader in the world. And I don't care about other YouTubers. I'm not talking about other YouTubers. I'm talking about you guys watching this stream right now. If you are one of my viewers and you lost money today, you're god awful. You got to quit day trading right now. Just go ahead and quit because you're the worst. Literally the worst. All right, so 86% of the people today said they've made money. Let's go. Look at that thing, up to the fucking 45s. Oh my God. It just won't stop. It's called a melt up, my friends. We're melting up right now. This is absolutely insanity. 46s now. Holy fuck. The market is squeezing. Wow. It just won't stop. It just won't fucking stop. Absolutely insanity. I'm sorry, but like this is too much. Too much right now. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Bum, bum, ba-dum. I'm mind blown right now. I'm honestly like, now the problem is like, I'm definitely not gonna fucking chase this thing. That's for sure. We're definitely not gonna chase this thing. Definitely not gonna chase this thing. Holy shit. It's going nuts. Up there to the 50. I'm mind blown right now. The problem is like today is one of those days where you could just close your eyes. Just close your eyes and buy and then walk away and come back in an hour and you would be in the green. Crazy. Is there a minimum amount of days that you have to complete the combine? There's a minimum amount of days that you have to trade, but there's no, like, you don't have to complete it in those amount of days. Like, there's not like a minimum that you have to, it's just a minimum that you have to trade, if that makes sense. So you can't complete the combine in one day. I mean, the problem, fuck, I just don't even know what you do here. Like, there's just not really a play here right now. I mean, yeah, the market keeps going higher, but at some point, you know what's going to happen. The minute that we FOMO into this thing, it's going to pull back. So, not doing it. Oh, I've got to, guys. I've got to make a a serious commitment to myself to I gotta start holding. I gotta start fucking holding, man. Literally, I gotta start I gotta hold. I gotta stop like fucking around. I found out, you know, like I found out. I know exactly what I need to do. Like I just gotta start fucking holding. The problem is like when you get into a trade and it goes up 10 points, you're like, oh, it's not gonna go higher. And then it ends up just fucking going higher and higher and higher. I mean, I got in this morning down here at the 95s. So, I mean, I could have entered there at the 95s, just fucking put my stop loss on and been up 50 points right now. I mean, it's always the coulda, the shoulda, the woulda, but fucking A, think about that. You know, you're thinking 50 points here on this move on 5 contracts. The difference today, you know? I mean, it's fucked. It's a 12,000. That's a 12,000. I mean, it's really, what's crazy is that's not really that much more. So instead of making $5,000 a day, I'd be up 12,000. So the problem is, you know what's gonna happen tomorrow. It's gonna be fucking choppy tomorrow. So now that I'm saying that, tomorrow the market's gonna go straight up again. I mean, I thought there was no way we were gonna just keep going straight up here today, especially after Friday's move. Normally we get like a big move and then we get choppy action, kind of a few days of consolidation, and then we get that next move. But welcome to the party, baby. This is the market doing what it does best, just telling everyone to fuck off. The market is always gonna do exactly what everyone thinks the opposite of. Everyone's all bearish. Everybody was like, oh, the market's gonna crash today. And then the market does the exact opposite. You know, we were thinking the market's gonna be choppy today. And then bam, look at that. From the 95s up there to the 50s. Yeah, there's so many scammers on Instagram everywhere trying to pretend to be me. Everyone's trying to pretend to be me. There's even people out there that just use their real names trying to pretend to be me. But there's one big issue with that. They ain't me, baby. They ain't me. Am I thinking about getting long on a pullback here? Honestly, probably not. I just feel like at this point, I'm just FOMOing into the move. I'm actually not Patrick Wieland, to be honest. If you follow me on Instagram, at not Patrick Wieland, it's not me. So if you want to follow a fake an Instagram account that's not me, quote unquote not me, it would be at not Patrick Wieland. There's only one. So just putting that out there. I thought it would be a kind of a way to fuck with the guys making fake accounts, because now the fake accounts, if they make fake accounts of my real account, it's gonna have to be at not Patrick Wieland 123. So now it's gonna be very obvious. So my big brain, you know, I know I'm fucking genius, but my genius brain finally played out, you know? Touche. Checkmate. Checkmate, scammers. Checkmate. How do you make a fake account when the guy's real account is literally at not Patrick Wieland? So at this point, they're just fucked. They can't do anything. It's actually not Patrick Wieland live right here on YouTube. Oh, brain too big. Brain too big. Woo, baby. Oh, look at my hair right now. Sometimes I wake up in the morning, I don't even look in the mirror. That's how confident I am. I wake up in the morning, I don't even look in the mirror. I could have like literally like the biggest zit or some weird thing going on. Have like I could just have like chicken pox or something. I don't know. Not even looking in the mirror. And I just get on live YouTube. I get on this YouTube live. If you guys want to learn more about Top Step right now, 30% off on the Top Step Combine. This is your only day. They're only doing this. They did it over the weekend. They extended it till 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. midnight tonight. So if you want to check them out, there's a link there in the chat box. The code for the 30% off is GetReady30. GetReady30 for the Top Step account. It's time to party, my friends. We're gonna be doing it all live this week, 9:15 a.m. If you've never traded futures, this is honestly probably one of the better ways to go about getting into it and all that fun stuff. So there it is. Right now, just kind of waiting. It's 11:16. I can't believe. I feel like we've been like the market's been open for hours and hours now, but it's only been less than 2 hours. Do you guys feel like that? Do you feel like the market's been open all day? I feel like it's just been open all day. A lot of action today. If you didn't make money today, you did something totally wrong. You fucked around. You fucked around way too much, and then you found out. Y'all fucked around way too much. Ugh. Keeping an eye on the book map over here. I want to see this thing. What would really be a good pullback, I think at this point, a good pullback from here would be least like pull back, touch that 21 EMA on the 2000. I mean, on the 3-minute chart. I think this. Let's think about this. Like from a smart standpoint, right now we got the 3-minute chart right here. We got that 80 EMA. That's not enough. We need to get like down back into this level. You know, we pull back down into here, into that area. That's kind of, you know, that would be bullish to get back down into here and turn that 30 area into support. At that point, we can start thinking about like, okay, that's I like that. I like that pullback there. The problem is like I just don't love buying up here because like where's my stop at? If I buy at the 40s, my stop's down here at the 30s, right? Like it's not. It's just, I mean, I guess you could buy here and then just put a stop like right below the 80 MA, but that's not even that good. That's not that good of a risk reward either. Because let's say you're buying here at the 44s and you're risking off 37. You know, you're risking what? 6 handles, 7 handles there for only, nah, it's too much. So we need more of a pullback. Because really, on the 15-minute chart, we haven't even, look at this 15-minute chart. We haven't even fucking touched the 80 EMA since this morning. So, I mean, I would like to get a pullback here. Problem is, maybe we don't get it. So, and look, now it's still just squeezing higher. It's fucked. It's absolutely fucked right now. This is, like I said earlier, like this is one of those moments where it's in hindsight, you know, in hindsight, you're like, oh, I could have held on to this thing till the 50s. Ugh. 51s now. 51s. I mean, your target now, I mean, there's not even a target. There's not even a pivot point above us. We're so high now that we've literally just gotten above any pivot points. There's no more pivot points left. So if we look at the bigger picture here, we're gone. The pivot points are gone. Looking at the daily chart here, I mean, fuck, that was some pretty big resistance there at the 45. So, I mean, possibly if they just keep going straight up here, they somehow get to the 90s next. I mean, fuck. That's a move right there in itself. But, I mean, the way things are going right now, I wouldn't be surprised. We'll find out. On the daily chart here, that 90 area being there next. This was that total fake out. They had all they trapped the bears there on Thursday of last week. Look at them. Pumping it back up now, back up there to the 50s. Everybody got so bearish after this move on Wednesday And then Thursday and then Friday was a total squeeze. Friday was the squeeze that got everyone fucked. And then guess what? This morning, I think everyone was still bearish, thinking we were going to pull back again, get stuck there. And this is exactly what happens when the shorts get squeezed here. The ES just go in higher. And yeah, I mean, fucking 4,100 is there. So still got more to go until breaking that overall daily downtrend. We're like fighting there right now. So basically, I'd say the battle is real here today. If we can close above, I think if we close above this 50 level, really sets the bulls up for a nice higher low here off of the 3,800s. And at that point, it's funny because this kind of also a similar move back there in July of 2022, kind of bottoming out and then breaking to the upside here. So lots of pressure here at the 50s right now. And the SPY almost at the 402s now, at the 401.85. I'm just flabbergasted right now. Flabbergasted that we're just literally going straight up. I guess I'm not like flabbergasted, but you can see as well, once we broke above that 30 level, look at how much faster this ramped up. Those shorts were pretty much thinking that if we couldn't get above 30, well, then they were gonna stay short. But that problem was once we broke through there, you can see big spike in volume there at 11. So big spike in volume, pushing up there. More volume through this whole move here than pretty much, you know, that first hour or so. So shorts getting squeezed. Changing your trading psychology by changing your body. Hopefully that it's not like sex change, but maybe like a physical change. Going to the gym, you know. All right. Right now, sitting here at the 50s. The code for Top Step is Get Ready 30. Get Ready 30. If you want to learn more about Top Step, there's a link there. Today and today alone, they're offering 30% off. I don't keep saying it just because I'm saying it, but I'm trying to say it because tomorrow someone's gonna be like, what was the code again? But it won't work tomorrow. Today is the only day. So if you want to check them out, today is the day. 30% off. Get Ready 30. And there's the action. And also Bookmap. What are they getting ready for? I don't know. They're getting ready for the market to go to the moon, I guess. Ryan, I know you're kidding, so I'm not even gonna respond to you. Yeah, yesterday was quite insane. A lot of people, the Eddie Aikau big wave surfing contest. I rode my bike down there and it was like, you couldn't even stand on the beach. There were so many people. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, can we get 1,000 likes here on the stream? Come on. Are you guys serious about I don't know if you're serious about the promo code or not. Like, what the fuck? I can't tell if you're trolling me or not. Get Ready 30. It's very simple. Get Ready 30. I don't know what you're getting ready for it. We're just getting ready for it. Yeah, there's no parking. It was insane. Like, there was cars everywhere. People were like driving up into my neighborhood up in Pupukea, which is like not very close. Well, it's close, but you got to walk down a hill, I guess. And Kayla, fuck around, find out promo code. Watch out. I like it. And right now, like I said, there's that pullback. Just not, you know, we don't want to be buying up here at the tops. Obviously, we would love to be long from the 95 still, but the last thing I want to do is buy here at the 50s. Can it go higher from here? Sure. But I don't want to fuck around and find out. I don't want to fuck around and find out. Don't want to do it. Not today. What are the costs of living in Hawaii? Honestly, it's not. I would say what I'm actually the apartment that I just bought or apartment that I just leased in Orlando is more expensive than my house in Hawaii. So I got a 3-bedroom apartment in Orlando. I'm paying $2,800 a month, and here in Hawaii, I only paid $2,500 for a 3-bedroom house. So I don't. It's kind of funny like that. I also live like in the middle of nowhere in Hawaii. And then in Orlando, the apartment's like right downtown. Have I ever surfed at Sandy Beach? I've never surfed there, but I've body surfed there. Everyone's trying to fuck around right now. I'm on the island of Oahu. Oahu. So the house that I'm renting here in Hawaii, it would probably be like 1.5 million, maybe $2 million. The property alone is what the value is. The house, it's an older house, but the property alone is pretty insane. If you've watched my vlogs, you've seen how amazing the property is. You can see the ocean, you see the mountains. It's like a fucking rainforest. Why don't I buy a house? Honestly, I just haven't really had like I don't know. I bought a house back in 2000. What was that? 2017. I bought a house. I think it maybe 2018. I made a video on the channel back then. I had a girlfriend at the time, and now I don't have a girlfriend, and I don't know. I just really haven't been sure about where I want to live at. I'm from Orlando. I was born and raised in Orlando. The car that I have is a 2012 Subaru Forester. $5,000, baby. Paid $5,000 for a car. My new thing in life, this is my new rule from now on. Like I looked at like my history of buying trucks and all this crazy shit. Like I will no longer buy a car or a truck that I have to finance. The only way that I'm gonna buy a car or a truck is if I can buy it with cash. Like that's the only way I'm doing it. If I want to go buy a brand new Raptor, okay. The only way that I can do that is if I have to get enough cash, enough work to do it. So that's my new rule in life. Don't buy stupid cars and trucks that you can't afford. Unless you can pay cash for them. Yeah, I ride the Super 73 around a lot. And yeah, I sold my F-150 truck lifted all thing. Well, that's the thing, Fast Joey. The whole idea is like, don't buy that truck unless you can afford it with cash. But unless you have a lot of cash laying around, you probably can't afford it. Actually, if you think about the actual like numbers of it, so. I'm probably gonna buy just like something simple when I get to Orlando. Would I buy at the blue EMA here? The great thing about our strategy is we don't really need to buy the dip. We just need to basically wait for this consolidation, right? Let's get this pullback like this. We consolidate, and then we get that break higher later on today. So we basically want to see that 15 EMA, the 21 EMA here on the 3-minute chart kind of holding there. I would love to see the 80 EMA on the 15-minute chart get touched. So if we can pull back like into this 30 level here, we consolidate, we kind of go sideways for a little bit, then we get that breakout. That's when I'd be looking to buy. So basically, you know, we want this price action to move down like this, ding, 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 ding. And then once we break out, we can then buy that breakout. We don't want to just buy the dip here. We want to be buying that breakout, because the problem is this dip could also turn into a sell-off, right? That's what I'm waiting for. Would I consider shorting at this point? Definitely not. I hate fighting the trend. Right now the trend is going higher. Even though we're pulling back, it's just not worth it to short. Because you gotta think, with every trade you take, you gotta think about like the big picture, right? If you take a short every time the market's overextended, you're gonna get blown up. Like you're gonna end up losing in the long run. So if I just wait for a setup that like is logical and it's the trend, well then my overall bigger picture risk, oh gosh, I'm like burping here. The bigger picture risk is much better for me to wait, you know, wait for that opportunity than to try to short every time we break the trend or every time, you know, the market, like it's like on a red day when the market's selling off, like, do you want to try to be buying the bottom? No, like, okay, I'm going to try to short. Like, I want to ride that trend. Like, honestly, the best thing you can do with trading is to just stop fighting the trend. I see so many people try that. Like, they always are trying to like short the top. They're trying to buy the bottom. They're always like just sitting here, like trying to do the opposite of what the market is doing. Like right now, all you should be doing is just waiting, just being patient, right? Like we know the market's pushing higher. It's been pushing higher all morning. So it's just waiting till we get that right perfect scenario. We're going to get it. Like there's going to be a really good setup to come here. You know, I think there'll be another good setup to the upside, or we don't get a good setup. We just sit here and we're like, well, we didn't get it. You know, the market didn't give us our setup. But I think, you know, really this 30 area would want to be touched for being long. The promo code is find out. Find out. Get ready 30. Get ready 30 is the promo code there. Do I ever use iron condors? No, that's for options. We're trading futures here. What do I think about ICT? What do I think about ICT? I think it's, I don't, like, my whole thing is I got nothing wrong. I don't have any, like, I don't hate people that have different strategies or different ideas. I think it's definitely, it makes a lot of sense, like the fair value gaps and all that. Do I think it's the end all be all? Like you should get rid of every indicator on your chart? I don't. You know, it really comes down to what your strategy is. I don't think there's any problem with having the VWAP, things like that. Do I think the ICT methodology works? I think it does. I think the idea of it definitely works. It comes down to the person, right? Like you can only learn to trade so much. I mean, buying, selling, when to buy, when to sell, like you can learn that all day, but at the end of the, it doesn't matter if your emotions aren't in check. If you've got too much FOMO, you got too much emotions, you're going to end up losing money no matter what strategy you use. So I see a lot of people always like asking about strategies and like, oh, do you think this is a good strategy? I'm like, hey, if the strategy works for you, then do it. But trying to like just think that you're going to find a strategy that's going to make you a profitable day trader, no, it's not going to work. Like I said before, I could teach, you know, 10,000 people to day trade. I could spend 3 days teaching 10,000 people to day trade in a conference or whatever, and guaranteed I would say 75% of the people are going to end up losing money still, because like the emotion, you know, the overall like actual focus for trading is not like, oh, where to buy, where to sell. The big focus is just the overall emotion. I think honestly, like truthfully, like the best traders in the world are the ones who trade the least amount. Because you think about it, like there's really only so many good setups per day. Like there's only so many good setups per day. So the idea that, oh, like, you know, like, oh, I traded 20 times a day. Like, did you like, you took 20 trades a day? Like that's what you took? You took 20 trades? Was there 20 good overall risk reward trades a day? I mean, looking at this breakout here from the open, you got that breakout from the 95s, perfect. You know, the MACD's bullish. We're over the VWAP. We're above the EMAs. We're getting the breakout there. I think that's one good setup right here. That's one good setup right there. Let's say you were trying to buy the breakout over the 15s. MACD's still bullish. We're above the VWAP. We're above the EMA. I'd say that's two good setups there. And then later on, buying this breakout over the 25s. I mean, that's probably your third good setup. And then, you know, that even gets kind of weird there with the MACD. And then here was kind of a tricky one. So let's say best case scenario, you got 4 good setups today. 4 good setups on the daily, on the move so far. So if you took more than 4 trades a day, well, then you're obviously you're over trading, you're FOMOing, you're trying to force trades. Foxtrot. It's not, it's about knowing where to get in. I'm so full of it. Hey, again, you're the one watching my live stream. I'm not watching your live stream, so I guess I'm not the one so full of it. The thing is, there's so many traders out there that know where to get in. They don't end up getting in because the emotion, and then they end up FOMOing into it after the fact. You know what I mean? Like I know for sure that's an issue because I've been through that. I know that's a problem, right? Like I know there's a problem for people out there that end up seeing a setup. They end up knowing when to buy. They end up, everything's perfect, but they don't take the trade because of the emotion. And then the trade ends up working out and they end up jumping in. Like this one right here. Let's say you get the breakout over 42s. You don't end up buying. Well, then you end up buying at the 50s. Like that's the truth. So you can say I'm full of it all you want, but that's emotion though. That's the emotion of trading. When I'm saying that people have to battle the emotion, that is the emotion. It's not about being chicken or not. So yeah, I'm the one that's full of it. Good talk, bro. I just fucking love people on the internet. They're so funny. What NFL team do Hawaiians most root for? I'm not sure, to be honest. Maybe I'm trying to think about what flags I haven't really seen a lot of flags. I've seen a few Tampa Bay Buccaneers flags here in Hawaii. Do I have family members that trade? I don't. No one in my family even owns a stock. Like literally, I don't think most people in my family don't even own a like a stock. I don't think people. Yeah, nothing against my family, but pretty not financially focused people. My dad, he has a construction company. Great guy, but when it comes to the stock market and that kind of stuff, yeah, I definitely don't have. I wouldn't even say I was raised with a fear of it. I think it was more so my family just was more worried about other things than worried about investing in the stock market. Do they see me and want to learn? No. They're like, you're crazy. We don't know what you do, but congratulations. Keep doing it, I guess. So I'm watching right now to see what happens. We get back above this 43 level. We touched that 8 EMA there on the ES here. So if we get back above 43s, possibly try to get this push again one more time higher. I don't know. I feel like it could present a good setup here. I would love to kind of get that MAC. The problem now is like that MACD is still bearish. So this move up could kind of be more choppy. What you really want to see is that MACD kind of starting to curl up here and then like looking for that cross on that breakout. So possibly maybe like a little push back up and then we kind of chop around here for a second before breaking out, or we just go straight up again and squeeze those shorts. So kind of looking at that 43 level here, risking like off the 40s if we're gonna break here. Yeah, I mean, the MACD is definitely not in a good spot right here. So like I said before, you know, even though there's a setup here, it's just like we're not getting the best possible setup here. We're right there at that pivot point, the 42s on the ES as well. The 11,900 area on the NASDAQ holding as support right now. So Alessandro, if you ask the same fucking question 20 times, I'm for sure not going to answer it. So please, everybody, please ask the same question at least 20 times so I can put you in timeout. The reason that I've been on longer lately is because of the gym that I work out at. They kind of changed the scheduling. So I used to go in earlier to work out, but now they've kind of changed the scheduling around. So I've been going in later. So I've been staying live on YouTube later. Pretty much just because of the gym. Just because of the gym. Changed my life because of the gym schedule. Yeah, it's kind of like CrossFit. What kind of work did I do before becoming a trader? I was a filmer editor. I traveled all over the world filming and editing videos for like Red Bull and Nike and all that kind of fun stuff. This thing's getting tight right here. Getting tight. Getting tight here at the 43s. 42 43s. Will she break? Yeah, I mean, my exercise is basically, it's like functional fitness. Trying to be as functionally good is the goal. As functionally good is the goal. Today, right now, we're up $5,000 on the day. Let's go. Nice and easy, baby. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. These candles all lining up here. So if we get this break over 42.50 being the high of these candles, possibly get that squeeze back up to the 50s. We got a bunch of liquidity there at the book map. It's the only thing I'm worried about here at the 45s right now. So it's a battle. It's one of those moments where we're either going to go or we're going to get stuck here. Kind of watching the book map right now, that 42 break possible. 42.50 being the high here on these little sideways momentum candles. I mean, the blue is where there's liquidity sitting at. Pretty much like the darker the colors, where you see the red is, the red's going to be where there's more liquidity, and the blue, so it's a heat map. Basically, the blue is obviously colder, cold area. The red is a hot area. Here, hot is the red area. Hot red? It's hot. Something's red. If you guys want to learn more about Top Step, there's a link there in the chat box. Also, if you haven't already, hit that like button. Let's get 200 more likes here to get over 1,000 likes. So we only need actually, we only need 105. 105 more likes. We got 1,500 people watching. The code, if you sign up for Top Step, the code is Get Ready 30 for the 30% off. So Get Ready 30 is the code. If we get over this 42, there's an iceberg seller sitting there right now at the 42s, but there's just a lot of liquidity up above us. See if they'll just take that out. That's going to be some volume to push, but let's see. They're trying to push it here. We don't give a fuck about the Delta, by the way. Only Delta I care about is Delta Airlines when I'm flying. Every other day, if I'm not flying, I don't give a flying fuck about what the Delta is. The stream will be reposted live on YouTube later on today. If we get 1,000 likes here, we'll post the stream up later on today. You can rewatch it later. So if you haven't already hit that like button, you know what to do. This thing's getting tighter and tighter here. 42.50 being the kind of high on these candles here. So over that 42.50 area, get that little squeeze going. They're getting it tight. You can see that iceberg seller sitting there at the 42s. So will they squeeze over 42.50? Oh, baby Jesus. Little baby Jesus. Look how tight she's getting there. And trying to squeeze up through that 42.50, getting stuck right there at the 43.25. Need a boner candle to come in strong if they're going to push it. They let it pop for a second. They let it pop up there for a second, they said. All the way to the 43s. That liquidity there at the 45s kind of thinning out now. She's trying to squeeze up here. That sideways action. This is good for consolidation. You want to see that consolidation is going sideways there. Basically, the bears can't get us to go lower. The bulls are just kind of supporting us. So the more of that sideways action, getting that ramp up through this level, just kind of squeezes out those bears. Right now, the pivot point on the SPY there at the 401 area, trying to hold us up. And you'd be looking for that breakout over the 44s here now. And if she starts running. The code for Top Step is get ready 30. Get ready fucking 30. Oh my gosh. How many times people gotta ask? I'm sorry. I apologize. Just get angry. I get angry. I don't know what we're getting ready for. I don't fucking know. It's just a code. I didn't make the code. Don't ask me. My web camera's got a bunch of stuff on it. All right. Starting to grind back up here. We held that 8 EMA. We held the 21 EMA. We need 59 more likes here. 59 more likes to get to that 1,000 like target today. Help me help you. Blow it up. It's free to like. It's free to like. It's free to enjoy. And now trying to push through that 45 level here next. Over that 45, we got the 48s up there and then up to the 50s. So let's see if they start to increase the momentum through this level here again. Get another squeeze going. The perks of being a YouTuber, being asked the same question every single day. What EMAs do you use? If only there was a video on my channel talking about all my indicators. I don't know. If only I made one. I should go make one of those videos, shouldn't I? Or wait, there's lots of those videos. So the iceberg sellers, that's because the rhythmic data on the MBO, it shows us where those orders are sitting at, trying to get filled. If you're only looking at level 2, you can't see those orders. All you're seeing is that the market's just not moving. Bit of a battle here at the 43s now. Funny to think like we go straight up through this move here, straight up, and then go right into a sideways consolidation. And that MACD, the MACD's trying to push back up here. We got momentum to the downside on the MACD on the histogram down there, changing up. So you basically we want to see this start kind of curling back up here. Looking a little dumpy here. Looking a little dumpy. I would say if it was gonna go, it should have squeezed up there already. See if it happens here. Definitely need to hold that 40 line. If you can't hold 40, I'd say pull back more. See you later, Brian. Thanks for watching. If you guys haven't already hit that subscribe button, we need only 28 more likes. 28 more likes. Come on, we got 1,500 people watching. Let's go 28 likes. Come on. Do I pay for data? Yeah, I pay for futures data through TradingView. You have to pay for the futures data to get live. You can trade the SPY if you want. If you're trading futures like on Tradeovate, but you want to use TradingView charts and you don't want to pay for the extra data, you can use the SPY ETF chart. It's pretty similar to the ES to give you an idea of where levels are and things like that. John, thanks for digging the live stream. We're here live on YouTube every morning, 9:15. Tune in. Hit that subscribe button as well if you haven't already. Market trying to push through here. We got 1,000 likes on the stream. Thank you for that. We get over that 45 liquidity there. I think we can start to move here again. It's getting tighter and tighter there at the 45s. I use a Global Plus for Bookmap. Global Plus. Computers don't go to lunch. No, they don't. And trying to push through 45s. Bunch of liquidity sitting there at the 45s. The Bears and the Bulls battling here. Like I said, that 40 area needs to hold support-wise, or we're going to pull back here, hold that overall trend right now, trying to hold that 40 area. Do I think it's bad to enter before 45? I'd say, yeah, probably all that liquidity sitting there. Problem is at this point, you know, we had the moves earlier this morning. It gets to a point, the more and more that we push up, the more risk you're putting on here. It gets riskier and riskier buying these breakouts. You know, the first, the second, the third breakout, okay. You get the fourth, the fifth, the sixth breakout, it gets to a point where you're like, uh-oh. Somebody's going to get stuck holding the bag. Someone's getting stuck holding the bag. Let's go, Mark. Step 2, profit target. All right, all right. Market is having trouble there at the 45s again. She's trying to grind higher here on the book map right now, 45 to 48 level. Need more volume, more action. More volume, more action. Yeah, if you sign up for Top Step today, you can start trading today, basically, so. Do, 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 do. Oh. What a time to be alive. I know I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you guys are just now tuning in, Top Step is offering today until today alone. There's a code, there's a link. Get Ready 30 is the code. Get Ready 30 is the code for 30% off Top Step Combine right now. If you guys want to check out getting into futures and all that fun stuff, there's a link there in the chat box. And yeah, today, so far, we're just cruising here, making some money today. Look at this move, baby. Wowzers. This morning, we had the perfect entry down there at the 95s. And there's that rocket ship move all the way up there to the 50s. If you guys missed out on this move, well, obviously, you're not tuned in to the right live stream here. So, Patrick Wieland, live on YouTube. Patrick Wieland, Patrick Wieland, Patrick Wieland. I got to try to subliminally brainwash you guys into thinking that I'm the Messiah, the prophet. I need people bowing down, praying to the Lord and Savior, Patrick Wieland, Patrick Wieland. I'm just kidding, just kidding. But honestly, if you, you know, if you want to get my name tattooed on you, it's totally fine. I won't be mad about it. But please don't do that. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Please don't do that. Please don't do it. But if you do it, let me know. Keegan, how do you dial in your entries? Well, I wish there was a easier way to say that, but honestly, it just comes down to your sizing. If you're having problems entering trades, I'm telling you right now, I would say 99% of people that have problems entering trades is because of their sizing. If you enter a trade and you have no emotional reaction, you don't get nervous, you don't worry, you're just like, okay, I'm entered. That's when you know your sizing is the correct size. So if you're having problems executing, if you're having problems taking a trade, then just size down to a point where you don't care. Like, get to that point where you size down, even if it's one micro contract, trade one micro contract, build up that confidence, then trade 2 micro contracts, then trade 3 micro contracts. Get to a point where you can enter a trade. You should be able to enter the trade and have 0 emotional reaction. If you enter a trade and the first thing you do is start sweating, you become nervous and you start freaking out, well, then you entered with too much size. That's the biggest thing for most new day traders, is figuring out what is the perfect size for you. You know, obviously you want to protect your account, but also you got to figure out sizing wise, emotionally, what can you handle? Can you handle a $100 drawdown? Can you handle a $200 drawdown? Will you end up becoming nervous and getting scared? You know, think about it. Think about the sizing. Ask yourself, what's your sizing? Does the book map help me? I fully back the book map, not just because I'm a partner with them, but I do think that the book map is very, I think it's pretty crucial in my overall trading style. It definitely helps me I'm a visual person. I like to see things, you know, visually, and I like that it's basically, you know, displaying all these numbers over here on the side, the current order book. We're just seeing it differently, right? Like you can see level 2 on your trade, on your book, on your, brokerage or whatever, but you don't see it kind of like painted out. It's just different kind of overall visual idea of where the market's at, where it's going. Especially like if I'm in a trade, I love to kind of get an idea of where my targets are based on where this liquidity is. So I have the global plus for bookmap there, global plus on bookmap. If you want to learn more, there's a link there in the chat box to learn more about the book map. And right now it's what, 12 o'clock, 7 o'clock here in Hawaii. I'm trying to think what I want to do. If I want to walk away now and be done for the day, do I want to try to come back later on today for the power hour? I think there could be some good possible moves here, power hour, especially if we just keep going sideways here. I don't know, we'll find out. Find out here. I use the Top Step Trader platform, which is basically the Trade-Evate platform. Right now, still holding that 80 EMA. This could be like that rocket ship move to the moon here. Or we just kind of grind. Look at these candles. I mean, these candles have literally been, you know, two or three handles since 11:30. So on the day right now, we're up over $5,000 on the day. Another great Monday morning here, doing it all live. We talked about this move this morning. This was like everything we talked about. We talked about those pivot points. You can see here on the SPY, the pivots playing out perfectly. We got above that 398 pivot. We got there the 401 pivot on the SPY there, if you're using the SPY pivots. And then on the ES, those pivots playing out absolutely just textbook. I mean, come on. If you bought here at the 98s, where's your target? Your target's here at the 12, 15 area. If you bought there for that breakout over 15, your target was up here at the 40s. Let's go. Come on, come on. Power hour between 3 and 4 o'clock. Sometimes I'll trade between 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Just depends on the day. Sometimes I don't. It just, honestly, it really just depends. I don't make it like I don't make it a thing that I have to be here for power hour. But if I'm home and I'm not doing anything, I might just kind of watch TV and watch the market. I definitely trade differently in the afternoon. I would say it's more of like maybe just looking for one good setup in the afternoon and letting it kind of ride kind of thing. Especially if I have like a big green day in the morning. It's kind of nice going into the afternoon with like having a nice green day, because then you're like, hey, you know, if I'm up $5,000, let me risk $1,000 on this trade. One trade, I'll either risk $1,000, make $2,000 or $3,000 more, or I'll just give back $1,000. So, and yes, Roy, I do trade when people are not watching. I know. How dare Patrick? How dare I do that? How dare Patrick Wieland day trade when no one's watching? This is fucked up. $44, is it a good short? I don't love that. I definitely don't love shorting 44. Even if this thing pulls back, it's still just risky. It's a risky short there at the 44s. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm live on YouTube, you know, in the morning. If I trade in the afternoon, what the fuck? Like, does it really fucking matter? I didn't, nowhere on this YouTube channel does it say Patrick Wieland will let you know every time he even places the trade. You get an alert on your phone. Patrick is in a trade. He bought. He's long. Sora B now. Is it a reverse setup? The problem is, you know, we're above the VWAP still. We've got the, you know, 80 EMA, the 21 EMA. I just don't like fighting the trend. Even if we pull back here, let's say we get a reversal. I just don't like that type of trading. I've done that in the past where I try to, you know, make money on every little move, up, down, sideways, you know, every single possible fucking scenario. And I've just learned personally that I'm better off just only trying to trade one direction with the trend. You know, unless we get like a really big move to the downside here and we start to really kind of show that we're reversing, then I would look to get short. But I don't want to just get short just because we're getting stuck at the 42s. Does that mean that I'm going to be wrong? Does that mean the market can't go lower? No. I mean, 100% the market could go lower here. But me personally, my overall trading style, what I've learned over the last, you know, 6 years or so is that I'm better off just focusing on being either long or short based on kind of where that VWAP is. Why don't I start a text service? I don't want to be that guy. Like, I really don't. Like, I just don't want to be the fucking... I've never wanted to be that guy. I've never wanted to be that guy, so... I think my strategy and my style of trading is so simple. Like, you don't need me to tell you when to buy, right? Like, you literally don't. You just don't need me. Like, if you're watching my streams, you're watching my videos, and you're not learning on when to be buying, like, I'm sorry, you're doing something wrong. It's funny because I watch people in the live stream, the guys that have been watching the live stream for months now, and they know exactly when I get long. Like, I watch them, they're like, I know you're long, aren't you? Like, so it's kind of funny. What do I think about the 51 EMA? It's just kind of, I like that 51 EMA because it gives me like a good kind of overall idea of where we're at in terms of the trend. Like, if the red, the blue, and the yellow are all fanned out beautifully like it is right now, well then yeah, we're trending higher. But once we start getting all crossed up, once that red EMA, the 51 starts, you know, getting all crossed up and crazy, then we know we're kind of chopping. So I'm kind of always just watching that red EMA to see where we're at. I mean, I could probably get rid of it, to be honest, but I just keep it on there because I do think there is value to it. You can see, like, earlier it kind of held there in that area. So right now it doesn't look very important because it's so far away, but on a choppy day it can definitely play out to be more. And then right now we're pulling back here, so like I said, you know, it could go lower, it could go higher, go sideways. My personal trading strategy is just not to try to figure out when we're going to reverse. Why is the one in the, so the 21 and the 51 are Fibonacci numbers. Fibonacci's. Oh, honestly, Trader XOF or whatever. Why did I not follow the trend better today? Honestly, I was not thinking we were going to trend today. We had that big move on Friday. I thought today was going to be a chop day, but that's why the market squeezed the way that it did, right? When everyone's thinking the market's not going to do it, that's when it does it. So, yeah, I mean, I could have obviously done better. Don't get me wrong. I could have done it better today. I apologize. I'll do better. I'll try to do better tomorrow. It's a process. Like, it's hard. It's hard to fucking hold trades. Like, it's really fucking hard to hold winners. Especially when the market's just going straight up like it did today. You're just like, every time it breaks through an area, you're like, oh, this is the top. This is the top, you know? It goes through the 30s, you're like, okay, this is the top. And then it goes to the 40s, you're like, oh, this is the top. And then it goes to the fucking 50s. So, I mean, I think it's also like today is a great example of the strategy working out right now. I mean, even like looking at the 15-minute chart, we still have plenty of room. Like, even if we pull the 15s here, we're still bullish as long as we kind of hold that 15 area on the 15-minute chart. That's right where the EMA's, right where the VWAP's at. So technically, we pull back here to the 15 area, we're still kind of overall trending higher. All right, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. BRB, I've been here for 2 hours now. I gotta use the bathroom. I'm getting old. Whoa! That scare you guys? You get scared? Anybody get scared there? Jump out of your seat. Pull it back there to the 35s now. Like I said, I mean, we're still like, as long as we're pretty much above the VWAP here. I mean, the VWAP's down to the 15s. I still wouldn't think that it was the end of all world here. So we'll see how she goes here. And like I said, that move down from the 40s down there to the 35s, yeah, you got that little move there, but I mean, if at this point, like, look at it like this. This is, I think, the best way to think about it. If you're just now, like, if you didn't make money on this move up here, like if you didn't make money from the 98s, 4000s all the way to the 50s, and you're sitting up here and you're like trying to short the top, and that's your only like play of the day, well, then something's wrong. Like, there's something wrong with your strategy. So I think it's like, if you basically at this point, like if you didn't make money on this move up and you're not satisfied with that move, I think there's something wrong with your strategy. Like, you're doing something wrong. So like on a day like today, getting a 50-point move out of the open, you should pretty much, I would say you should be done, right? Like after that, it's like, hey, are you not, like, did you not make money on this massive move up? Ryan, you should study ICT and put it up your butt. Tell me what to do. I don't know why people always try to give me advice. Everyone always trying to give me advice. I don't get it. I need less advice. I need more likes. Less advice, more likes. Am I gonna get a new boat when I move to Florida? Probably. Honestly, yeah, I'll probably get a new boat. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff to figure out. I gotta, yeah. Right now I'm building, I gotta build out my new streaming setup, my new streaming office. I'm trying to figure out like how to make the streams better. What do you guys think? Give me some advice. How do I make the streams better? Do we need multiple cameras? What do we need? What would make the stream better? The audio, I feel like the audio is pretty good. The overall production's pretty good. I don't really know how to make it, what to make it better. Some candy. Candy. Roosters. Ouch. Changing the streamer. Okay, well, that's not very nice. There's that little pushback up. Like I said earlier, just not getting those, you know, the downside potential for that short just was, I mean, yeah, you got it from, if you got short at the 45s and you covered at the 35s, congratulations. But I'm thinking you probably didn't short the top and cover the bottom perfectly. You probably shorted like 40s and now you're back to like break even here. Don't worry, I'm still gonna have my Hawaii setup as well. So I still will be live streaming from Hawaii. It'll just be like some back and forth. I think I'm gonna spend like a month in Florida in my new apartment, get it all set up, then I'll probably come back, do like another month here in Hawaii, just kind of go back and forth. I don't know, I'm trying to figure out the exact scheduling, but just kind of cruising right now. I mean, if there's an energy drink company out there that wants to sponsor me and put their logo behind me, I'm into it. You know, Top Step already got the shirt logo on there. More giveaways. Everybody always wants to be given something. I'm giving away profit over here, guys. I'm literally making people money over here. I'm saving you from your own stupidity. Oh man. Get ready 30 is the promo code for Top Step. All right. For the final and last offering of the day, we got Top Step giving out a 30% discount today and today alone. This is the only time you're gonna get this discount this week. So don't come back tomorrow and be like, hey, what's the code? No, there is no more codes after today. Today, the code is Get Ready 30, and then we're done. It's over. So if you're thinking about getting into Top Step, you want 30% off, here's your opportunity. If you don't do it today, do not come back tomorrow. I can already see it happening. I already fucking know it. I guarantee it. Someone tomorrow is gonna be like, hey Patrick, what's that code again? Like, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. 100%. There will definitely be somebody commenting tomorrow about that. Yeah, so I'm basically moving back to Florida. Like, I'm doing like back and forth. I'll be in Hawaii sometimes, in Florida sometimes. Just kind of, I'm gonna see how that goes for a little bit. Maybe it won't work. Maybe it's a terrible idea, but I think I like the house that I have in Hawaii is so epic that I just don't want to give it up. Like, if I give up my house in Hawaii, like, then I don't really know, like, if I'll ever find a house this epic for this deal. Like, I have such an insane deal on this house that it's not even worth it to give it up. So I'm gonna keep it, even if I'm not gonna be here. Like, I think it's just worth it to keep it. And then yeah, just fly, baby, fly, first class. Do I have an edge? No edge. I know I thought about moving to New York City, but then it just, yeah, it's not worth it. I can always live in Florida, fly to New York whenever I want. I don't fucking know. Yeah, I mean, you think about it, my rent in Hawaii is $2,500, my rent in Florida is $2,700. It's not that bad. I can survive. That's pretty much like 2 days of profit. My payments in life, I try to figure out, like, okay, I can afford this much based on how much I make in 1 day. 1 day of day trading, pay my rent. Next day, pay my bills. Next day, making money, baby. Doesn't Hawaii have crazy spiders? Oh! Back up to the 40s now. On the book map, little squeeze back up there above the 40s. Where are all the shorts at? Where are all the shorts? Everybody said they shorted at the 45s. Are you still holding? KSG 89. The 15-hour trip's not so bad when you're sitting in first class, my friend. Lay back, got your own little bed. It's not bad. I fall asleep. I can sleep on a plane, no problem. But honestly, and having the full like lay down seats make it real easy to sleep. Then you get filet mignon, you get a little champagne, you know, watching a movie, sleepy time. The richest day trader is coming to town. Oh God, don't tell him that. Don't tell him that. Sounds terrible. Yeah, I mean, it's, yeah. What made me start trading? Honestly, I watched the Wolf of Wall Street movie back in like 2016, and I was like, that's me. I'm that guy. I am fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. Honestly, it wasn't just because of the Wolf of Wall Street movie. It was I was dating a girl in Miami, and her dad was really big into the stock market. Actually, just more so like investing wise, and I just kind of learned. I became obsessed with the stock market back in 2016. I was like, this thing's amazing. I remember the first trade that I made. The first trade that I ever made as a day trader, I bought this. I think it was ATHX. I can still remember. I think it paid like $2.50, and they had FDA news, and the stock went up to like $3.75, and I made like $1,500 in a matter of minutes. And I thought, this is the first trade that I ever made in my entire life. $1,500 profit. I thought I was a fucking genius. I was like, I'm a genius. I figured it out. I have figured it out. I am so smart. And then it was like trying to figure out after that. Yeah, it was a lot of fucking around to figure out. There was a lot of fucking around going on, if you know what I mean. Dude, this is back in the day when there was like the 3 times oil ETF. You had the gold ETFs. I mean, there was like, we were trading the VIX, trading the TVIX. Did you guys trade? If you didn't trade TVIX, you're not an experienced day trader. I know that for sure. Like, if you've never traded TVIX, then you're new to it. Literally, TVIX. That was the good old days. But yeah, I traded the ETFs, I traded cryptocurrency, kind of just did everything, to be honest. Like, traded options on the SPY, traded the small caps, traded like every little stock that went up 100% in one day. So There was a lot of, yeah, Dries, D-R-Y-S, Dries. That was a fun stock for a little bit as well. There were so many kind of just moments in the history of day trading that I feel like I experienced. The cool thing about the stock market is you definitely, you know, you get to experience the action as it's happening, the history in the making. We're literally watching history happen. I also remember when during COVID, when they halted the stock market like twice in one day. That was pretty wild. I was live on YouTube. They halted the stock market twice in one day. It was wild. Literally, the entire stock market just turned off for 15 minutes. Not one stock trading, just everybody sitting there in silence. That was insane. Was it 3 times in one day or twice in one? I thought it was twice in one day. The promo code for Top Step, guys, oh my gosh, the promo code is get ready 30. Get ready 30. Get ready 30. If anybody asks me tomorrow what the promo code is, I swear to God, instant ban. Instant life fucking banned. Banned for life. Yeah, TVIX, that was insane. The 3 times ETF. The funny part was I had no idea what I was doing when I first started trading, and I was like trading these insane stocks. TVIX, the 3 times oil. It was like, what was it? Gush. It wasn't even, was it Gush? Yeah, there was a 3 times oil ETF that was insane. All those crazy 3 times ETFs. UGAS, DGAS, Gush, and Drip. Drip, baby. Drip, drip, drip. And then you also had the Nugget. You had Nugget. You had Dust, J-Dust, J-Nugget for gold ETFs. J-Nug, baby. The good old days. That was back in the good old days. Now we're just out here trading the same old thing every day. How boring is this? I don't know why anyone watches me. What a terrible idea. I saw last week there was some AMC influencers talking about AMC being double digits by the end of last week, and today it's 581. So I can't believe people are still promoting AMC. Like, how the fuck is anybody still thinking that AMC is going to the moon? Anybody? Like, has anybody figured that out? I can't figure it out. This is starting to look like it wants to do something here, but I think it might just be time for old Patrick Wieland to walk away. This is exactly what we were talking about earlier. If you were shorting here at the 40s, there's your pushback up, and now you're getting stopped out. So this is why I don't want to short against the trend. So this is kind of setting up for possible, you know, if you're thinking about shorting, like, okay, it's looking more possible here. But at the same time, it's like, okay, we just know that the overall momentum is pushing higher on that 15-minute chart here. You know, we're still holding on the 15-minute chart, that 80 EMA there. So really, again, guys, like this 21 EMA, that blue line, right where the VWAP's at, that's going to be support down there at the 16s right now, 20 area on the ES. So we'll see what happens. I think the best thing to do really now is just kind of wait for this thing to break out. Get a breakout on the 15-minute chart would be beautiful at this point. Kind of ding, 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 and then get that breakout kind of over, kind of like over that 40 level here again, and then off to the races. And then you got that possible move. Yeah, there's up. We said what's like the 80s, possible 90s. So we'll see how she plays out. But right now, I think it's time for me just to walk away. Let it be. MACD still bearish down there. I don't know. I don't really see any reason to forcing it. We made all the money in the morning. Like, if you didn't make money on this right here, I don't know what you're like. This is the easiest trading you could have ever done in the entire world. Like, there is never going to be an easier trade setup than today. We literally bought the breakout over the high from the 399s, that overnight pre-market hold high there at the 4,000s. I mean, you literally just could have waited for that breakout over the 4,000s, closed your eyes, took profit at 10, took profit at 20, took profit at 30, took profit at the 50s. So if you lost money today, I want you to look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you're a fucking idiot. Tell yourself that. Just tell yourself that. So that way tomorrow you don't do some stupid shit again. And I think, I guarantee there's people out there that ended up trying to short the tops over and over today and they ended up losing money. Like, I just know for sure that there's people that did that. Because they're like, oh, it's too overextended. It's too overextended. It's too overextended. It's too overextended. It was overextended when it was at 15. It was overextended at 20. It was overextended at 30. It was overextended at the 50s. So, all I'm saying is today is one of those days where there's just no reason to lose money. So you gotta ask yourself, what did you do wrong? What did you do wrong? That's all it comes down to. What did you do wrong, you know? All right. The music has turned off. I think it's time for me to walk away. That was, yeah, there we go. Nice little morning. But no. Yeah, Sun Park, get the fuck out of here. You shorted 450. Congratulations. Get the fuck out of here. That is not a genius. You're not a genius because you shorted at the 450s. And I don't even believe you anyway. So I don't care. Honestly, I don't care what anyone says. If you shorted today, you're an idiot. That's all it comes down to. Done. Sun Park, you're an idiot. Ban. Out of here. Idiot. Absolute idiot. I'm just kidding. I like you, Sun Park, but you're an idiot because you shorted. There's just no reason to. No reason to short. If you guys want to learn more about Top Step, it's my final and the last hurrah here. 30% off the code. Guys, I'm serious. Today is the last fucking day. It's the only day it's going to happen. Tomorrow, it will not happen. So if you're waiting till tomorrow, if you're like, I'm going to wait till tomorrow, don't wait till tomorrow. Because tomorrow, if you ask me what the fucking code is tomorrow, I swear to God, instant ban for life. You're done. You're gone forever. So there it is. Get Ready 30 is the code. And let's go. All right. All right. I see people in the chat saying they made 10 points shorting. Well, if you made 10 points shorting, well, then you should have fucking made 50 points going long this morning. I don't want to hear it. I love when people are like, oh, well, you could have shorted. I could have shorted. No, I don't give a fuck. It don't matter what you did, what your mama did, what your aunt did, what your uncle did. It don't matter. All that matters is this morning, it was very clear. You go long, we break out, get the move, done, walk away, drop the mic. Done, mind blown. Fucking nuclear bomb dropped. Done, over. But yeah, make it simple, guys. Don't make it hard. Don't make trading hard. Trying to force trades, trying to like short the top, trying to do all this crazy shit, it's just gonna make trading way too difficult. Make it easy. I like to just ride that momentum. I'm like a surfer, baby. Just put me on that wave and let me go with it. Go with the flow. Market flow trader. You like that? Right there in the show. All right. Great day. Tomorrow morning, we're 9:15. We're live every morning. You guys know what to do. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. I'm out of fucking breath. I got to do some cardio because I'm getting fat again. I'm getting fat. Watch out, everybody. I'm going to be a fat fucking little something here if I don't change my ways of eating. What did I eat this weekend? Can't remember. I had steak, some eggs, so I don't know. I ate too many eggs. Gotta stop eating so many eggs. Those fucking eggs are getting expensive as well. All right, we're done. I'm out of here. Peace.